Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Karsh the Goblin. This is GoblinCaveTV, not Goblin Cave anymore. They have rebooted apparently, as in someone's taken our old name, so they're nice and friendly. They've been pretty much hanging out on the channel all week. So although I was a little bit, they're cool. But anyway, we are back with our Pathfinder 2 beginner box. This is how to learn Pathfinder 2. So we've had a look at Pathfinder 1. We've got set up for Starfinder as well, but this is Pathfinder 2. If you want to learn Pathfinder, you want to teach Pathfinder, if you want to learn to GM Pathfinder as well, this is what to do. Get yourself a copy. It's actually really good. It gives me pretty much all I need to know about how to run the games. I'm learning even though I've been running Pathfinder for a little bit, so it's a really nice product. You can help the channel out by donating every $1 or per 100-bit donation. Only $1 and only 100-bit donation gives the players hero coins to spend, or hero points to spend on rerolls and things like that. Now, we had some slightly larger than normal donations last week. So I'm not even going to bother with the rerolls. They can just reroll as much as they want right now, which they're just finding out right now, because like way higher than normal. But all your donations do also help out the channel, and it ended up buying, I also bought some Lego for my little goblin last week because like he deserves a treat and it was amazing. And apparently I'm not that great a dad, but yeah. But he got a little treat from it as well. So that's one thing. Also, we're using Syrinscape. Syrinscape is amazing. We're using the actual Menace Under Otari Syrinscape sound sets for this, which is pre-made for this adventure. So I'm not doing the narration. Syrinscape is doing it for me, which I love. So let's go into speaking to our cast. Let's have a look. Go. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
So,
Hey, we were in Jackson last time.
I know. Well,
yeah, right.
True. And they've been sitting around for an hour and a half, or an hour and 40 minutes, because we've had some internet issues. I could access some bits of the internet, but not all. Twitch was one of the ones I couldn't access, but we could access access YouTube. So we were this close to going live on YouTube. I was freshly getting set up this morning for that, but we're good. We're back. We're good. So let's go through everybody. Oh, we're in the wrong spots, aren't we? How did that?
Cranky and
I didn't.
Caffee are switched.
Yeah, I didn't even check when I got back. It's been a whole thing this morning. It's just a whole thing.
We just gave up on certain things.
Fine, we're doing it live.
Doing it live, doing it dodgy, totally professional here. I just, after an hour and a half of technical trying to fix things, I just can't be bothered right now. Let's just have some fun. Introductions. Riley.
Hi, my name is Riley Davis. You can follow me on Twitter at Riley with a D, capital R, capital D. It's mostly political rants. I'm excited to keep playing Esren the Wizard.
Okay. Jeffrey.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey. I don't like social media, so I don't really have one of those things.
You're lucky.
Well, I'm trying, but I am actually, my brother and I are starting an anime production studio. So I'm going to have to do this eventually. But that's me.
Yo, whenever you need a voice actor, let me know.
Oh, I got you. Like we're already working on
Same,
the script for our anime too. So like I got you.
we do have a professional voice actor in our cast as well for one of the other games. Just as
Works out.
yeah. So Cafe.
Hi, I'm Caffee, and I will be playing the rogue in this adventure, Mirisiel. I don't have any social media to plug like the other two, but let's get right into it.
Well, how about we do Cranky?
Cranky Jake. For some reason, my full name is on this.
Oh, what Cranky Lizard?
Cranky Lizard, yeah.
That's what I had. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So I'm looking at the wrong screen. Yeah, I have social media, but I don't do anything. So don't worry about following me. and I'm excited to play Valeros.
Okay. And me, I'm just me. Anyway, so last week we didn't have a TPK. One person went down. Well, there wasn't a TPK.
That was their own fault. They stabbed themselves.
You did, which reminds me, we've got something else.
You critted yourself. It was so bad.
That reminds me, we're also using the critical cards. Because why not? And it's funnier when the rogue crits himself and takes himself out. So how these work is essentially on a natural 20 or natural 1, I choose out 3 cards, 1, 2, it'll be 1, 2, or 3, and the players get to choose their own fate. And they're a little bit interesting, and last week was a fumble which the attacker, who was Caffee in this case, takes critical damage, which took Caffee out. First time I've seen that card, but they're really interesting. I like them. A little bit more randomness. So last week let's do the intro, shall we? Which room? 11.
The door opens with a creak, revealing a massive chamber that looks like an audience hall. On the far side, a broad set of stairs lead up to where a throne might have once been. Pillars support the high ceiling, and the ruined tatters of once decorative banners still hang from them. A decorative tile pattern, centered in the middle of the room, shows through the grime coating the floor.
And from there we just go way into combat. Directly into combat.
2 of those things got critted, don't forget.
Yes. So as they walked into the room last week, and we'll bring that up as well. As they walked into the room last week, the spike trap exploded. Spears got shot out of the wall, flew across the room, and critically hit 2 monsters, which I don't even know what they are because they can't see them yet. Mirisiel can see a little bit, but not everything.
Those are dead. I don't care.
Not even with our ever-burn torch?
Well, no. No.
Oh, the ever-burning torch.
The torch we almost TPK'd for.
It was one person.
Oh, wow.
And as I said, we're running this for another group to teach them the system, and they actually TPK'd on this next section. We did TPK them, and we had to reset.
Got it.
So
We gotta be
initiatives.
better.
I think we're on the wrong map.
You are on the
Yeah.
wrong map. I've got to get you on the right one. I trust nobody and didn't put you on that map. I don't. I've had people move their things between weeks. I'm very dodgy like that.
Yeah, people what?
I've had people move their tokens between weeks to learn to learn a map.
So rude.
I know, right?
What am I looking at here?
You're looking at people's.
I'm kind of confused person.
You play the confused person very well.
I try.
Ooh.
I mean, it's
Perception
everyday life
by
though for me,
accident.
so it's easy. Just on the list. Haha. Oh, wow! I finally get a good initiative.
You're still missing Esren.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes, I
want this
rolled it
initiative.
as perception. Do you want me to just re-roll it as initiative?
All right.
So what we can do add to turn order, and then just edit it in, which is where are we?
Dead
6.
last.
Well, the old man, who's not actually that old, is dead last.
My bones are weak, okay?
He's the won't judge.
So as Kyra walks in, as Mirisiel walks into the room,
I think it was trips into the room.
I think you tripped into the room and set off the traps. The traps flew off. You heard some, or you heard the "Hey, get him!" and then the traps went off, and you heard some dying sounds, and then that was it. So it's now initiative. It is Kyra's go, or sorry, Rao's go. Back of the line. What are you doing?
You know what? I'm just going to cast Magic Weapon on my scimitar, and I guess I'll move here, and that's me.
Okay. So click on this the spell, so it actually.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That way we can refer back to. Okay, you have got that if needed.
Yes, sir.
It's just a bookkeeping thing. Valeros at 16.
All right. Can you remind me? I know I got hit and I have a condition here.
I can't remember what that condition is either.
It was like sickened or something. I got sliced across the gut, and I think it was.
Oh yeah,
like
sickened. Yes, sickened one.
Okay.
So you have -1 to your attack rolls and skill checks.
Okay, and -1 to. Okay,
Thank you.
Skill check.
That's
so
right.
I still have all 3 actions. And then the room is lit, I guess. Is it lit, or can Mirisiel just see?
Valeros still has the torch.
Right, I do have the torch. Haha! My ever-burning torch. So I will. I am going to stride past Ray and Mirisiel, and I think I will position myself. Well, yeah, I'll position myself right here into the room. So I can see what's going on.
And you can see a dead kobold impaled by a spear at the bottom of the steps.
Oh. We got some dead kobolds down here. Let's see, was that my full movement? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think
only
I have
20 feet. Yeah, I think I will move one more step into the room. Oh, there's 2 dead kobolds in here. Exactly, another dead kobold. And as you see, like, they've got this surprised look on their face. And as you step down into this area, it just moves slightly down from your pressure. As
Oh.
that was the trap.
Oh boy, we have dodged a bullet here, or dodged a spear.
Okay.
But it looks like it's safe to come in.
The God's light always guides us well.
But does the trap reset?
Why would you make me think that?
Because traps can reset. Mirisiel, I love that.
I think upon seeing that there's a trap and that it might reset, she's going to stride back into this room and flick the lever the other way to make it stop, or whatever position it was earlier.
So you need to go right to the edge, yep. And you flick the thing, and mechanical whirring start going. Again, you don't know the exact response, but mechanics start moving.
Okay. Well, And then she's going to stride again, back out this way, and that'll be the end of her turn.
Okay. So, Valeros, the creature in front of you reaches down and pulls something out of his trap, reaches down and puts something on the ground in front of you. Can't really see exactly what he's done. Oh, wait, no, you can't even see. Oh, even better.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was there.
Fantastic. So you see some dust and some stuff going up on top of the on top of the actual stairs, but you can't really see. It's right at the very edge of your vision. You're unsure. It is just on the edge of vision. Esren, old man.
Okay. Esren will be worried to be the first person to step on that trap that is reset ?
I tried to turn it off.
or not reset specific. Who knows?
Like I tried to put it back in the position that it was originally when we went into the room.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That should turn it off, but I don't trust.
I have no
this game.
idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so 5, 10. I can't even see anything. I can't stop my space or stop my movement in a square that somebody else is at, right?
No.
Correct.
Right. Then, what is it to hold in action again?
It takes 2 movements to hold an act to essentially ready an action, or 2 actions to ready a single action.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I will move here. And assuming that I can see into the room with Valeros holding the torch, I will hold an action for Ray of Frost if I see an enemy attacking or appear in the room.
Which is like right in front of Valeros, yeah. Your very limited slither of vision. Back to the start of the round. Ray, what are you up to?
I'm gonna slide on it. And my light spell is still active on my scimitar, right?
I think so. There's
Well, I'm
multiple
just not
light
sure.
sources now.
Yeah. I was supposed to say time is not my friend. So 1, I guess this will work out. 2, I think I got 30 feet. 4. Move here so I can get vision. I'm not seeing nobody, so
You can see 2 dead kobolds. Surprised looks on their faces, if that is possible, impaled by spears. They didn't know the trap was there. Well, they knew it was there. They didn't know it was active.
Is there a height difference
There
in
is.
this area right here?
There is. There's a 5-foot step up, which is a climb.
Okay. Going down is just. Oh wait, is it up or is it down?
It's up. The stairs go up towards that. It's
Okay.
like, it's essentially like an audience chamber. So the stairs go down into the area you're at, but up there is where the more important people are.
Oh, okay. So
Think of a mini throne room.
taking a second movement. And do I have to do an athletics check if I do it that way? Correct.
Yeah, well, do an athletics check. It's not a big thing. It's just like the climbing down is going to be is a big thing. It's like it's 2 damage every 5 foot, but for here it's like you can. It's just to be able to quickly go up there. If not, it.
Then I'll just do stairs. I don't want to roll a 1. I'm scared. All right, so I'm gonna move there. So 2 move actions, and then my final action I will use to attack. I don't know. Oh wait, no, that was done wrong. So I get a bonus 1 to my attack.
Just hold on a moment.
Oh, sorry.
They're just moving to that and doing that. So as you get up on top, and I thought you were going to use that square. And I go bring him up too. So as you step up top, can I have a basic reflex save, please?
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Yeah. So a basic reflex save, like having like the descriptor of basic on a save is very important because if you pass, you take half damage. If you critically pass, you take no damage. If you fail, you take damage, and if you critically fail, you take double. So in this case, the DC was 17, so you failed it, but you didn't critically fail. You were close to it though. As the rubble at the top of the stairs and the like, there's just this thin layer of dust and a little bit of rubble. Were hiding a trap, which he'd only just put down. Let's do some damage, shall we? Oh, that's a bad one. I know it's bad. Oh man, really? 10 points of damage as the spy trap didn't come through well.
Points
Hit
of
you
damage?
10 points of damage. That could have been 16 points of damage.
That would
So
have
it
killed me
knocked
one hit.
out. Yeah, so it would have knocked me out if it was full. Okay. Cool.
And you also
Good-
that
good
could have
to
been
know.
double that as well, because
Almost critical.
yeah, almost critical. So that's what happens first as the reaction as you step on there. Then you do your
Okay.
attack with an 18. It does hit. Oh wait, no, it doesn't hit.
18 doesn't hit.
18 doesn't hit.
This is a level 1 adventure, right?
Okay, so in Pathfinder, in a lot of game settings, you're used to having like creatures either on par or below. Pathfinder doesn't do that. Pathfinder is set up to have a little bit below equal, a little bit above, a little bit above that, and a little bit above that. So first level characters can take on creatures that are technically 3 levels or 3 power levels above you. They're just hard.
Yeah.
And in this
I
case,
guess it is a kobold.
well, it's not just a kobold. It's a kobold.
I don't know what
crap
it is.
master.
I just it was an enemy.
Yeah, it's a mini boss. But yes, you missed. So that's movement, and
Action.
attack. Okay. So Valeros.
Okay, I'm going to see my friend get hit by a trap, and I'll scream, "Ray, I'm coming!" And then I will do a sudden charge, so that I can end up next to him. Oh, that's my mom.
The sudden charge is you get to move twice and attack at the end of that charge as the part of the movement action. So
I'll move Valeros up into right in front of him, and I will.
if I was being mean, I would have okay, they've pre-put this trap there, but he didn't. You've already figured the only one he's had time to set.
All right, and then I'll swing down on him with my longsword.
That one does hit.
Yes.
Not a critical, but it does hit for 7 points of damage.
And then I'll take another slash at him with my last move. Come back across with my sword again.
That time it was a
Nice.
critical.
That is a critical. That's an
Pretty.
explosion.
Yeah, Valeros
That's
is
pretty.
avenging ray.
1,
I appreciate it.
2,
because I
or
hurt
3.
right now.
2.
middle one. Okay.
I like
And
the-
you're
the-
a
the-
slashing weapon.
slashing weapon. Yes.
Okay, so this is one that annoys me. So this is triple damage.
Ooh.
So we take the 16 from the critical damage, we add it to the 9.
So that's what?
5 points of damage.
25 times 3, 2, 4, 60.
75.
What? No, what?
No, 25 is the
25
total.
plus 3. Yeah, 25. That's what I thought.
Oh, I thought
that
you
would be
did triple
insane
damage.
Level 1
Yes.
damage.
So
No.
oh my
right,
god.
no, triple damage is the critical damage is already doubled, so that's 16,
Okay.
and then the 9 is normal damage. So we just add the 2 together in the Roll20 format at least.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you just took them out in one blow.
Nice.
Ray, are you doing okay?
Pretty
I know you're
much.
sensitive.
I'm not sensitive. I just leave me alone. I hurt.
I hope. Oh wait, you're not down, so I guess you don't have to help you out.
Yeah, I'm almost down.
Are you looking really
in
hurt?
there?
I looked pretty bloody. I look bloody right now.
Let me hand you. Are we out of combat so we can do things?
You are out of combat. I can turn off that.
Okay, so I'm gonna
creepy-
hand
Was a
you
one-hit
the
kill.
healing
Oh, boy.
potion that I have. I think that I have it.
So nice.
Okay, is everyone okay in here? I heard sounds of fighting.
We're fine now. There was one more little scamp left.
Was it 1d8 or 2d8?
It
Yeah.
is.
Well,
It's a 1d8 for the health potion.
Okay, Paladin's 1.
Sorry.
I'll take that 7.
Nice.
I would
Gentlemen.
like to.
Am I? Oh, sorry. Go for it.
I would like to loot the trap master. Sorry.
Oh, you want to have a look at the trap master? Okay.
Can I do a medicine check for myself? Like try to patch myself up a little bit?
Yep. You don't have risky surgery, but I'll allow it. That's a critical. So
Good
4d8
skill.
for
That's
you.
a good.
How many do you get?
4d8 healing.
Oh.
Why did I even?
I know.
Wow, glad I gave you the potion.
But the
Maybe you could have tried this first.
but the potions can be used at any time. The medicine, he can't use that again on himself for another hour.
Yes, that's correct.
There's a big difference on that. So yes, should have done the medicine first, and then use the potion as the The other thing of learning is that the trap, like you usually can't set traps down really quickly. The trap master is a master and therefore can actually set a trap with 3 actions, which is what he did, and I picked the right one. If the other kobold survived and you had to deal with them, he would have put more traps down to cover the spaces in front of him.
They got shunked by
That's
trap.
Yeah,
beautiful.
it was just picking the right one, and yeah.
We got TPK here while we just got really lucky.
No, so the other group, we're running this for another group as well, to teach them, and I was a lot meaner for them, and yeah, TPK'd them. So that's one thing. Searching the body, short sword and spear, but one thing that, like, he's also got 2 spike traps, if you know how to use them, but please don't complicate things and say yes. Just annoys me. But one thing about the body also just stands out. He seems to have a strange necklace. I'm trying to find it. Where is he? So on the necklace, which room am I in? Trying to scroll. No, that's second level. So on the necklace, there's a what looks to be like a piece of shell. Oh, go probably strange jewelry. There we go. The players examine the fallen foes. The trap master is wearing a special necklace, simple copper chain, with a cracked piece of a large eggshell. The shell is ivory in color, but has strange green veins run through it. It's only about the piece is only about 3 inches across, but the egg that it came from must have been at least 2 feet wide.
Well, look at that. That's an interesting necklace he's got there.
Let me have a look at that. Can I make a check to try to identify anything about this shell, like what kind of creature might have hatched from it?
Fantastic. So checking about the shell is actually based off what the creature is made from, like what the creature is based off. And Esren has the best chance because it's a magical creature. So that's Arcana.
Yes.
Secret
Is that a secret
check.
roll or
Secret? You think it's from... You think it's from, and you're quite certain that it's a black unicorn shell, hence the black color of the egg.
Ezrin will carefully take the necklace and kind of hold it at a distance. Say, all right, everybody, be careful around this. I believe we may know the beast that we're dealing with.
Oh, really? And what beast would that be?
A black unicorn.
A unicorn.
They
Yes.
dangerous normally?
Well, I don't know much about them specifically, but unicorns are, of course, quite powerful magical creatures, and
They're not the white unicorns that everyone knows of. They're the evil ones.
yes. This one seems to perhaps might be tainted in some way.
My best guess is that this shell probably came from the beast we are hunting. Most likely. I doubt a unicorn, you said? would be eating fish.
Evil unicorn.
Well, they have
Maybe?
strange diets.
I
They
don't know. Right?
are in this setting. Are unicorns fey or celestial?
I've got no idea, and you just rolled a 1. That was the only thing I could think of right off the top of my head.
They're a foreign creature. They are not from the material plane. Their dietary habits are far beyond our knowledge.
Well, if it's from a different plane, as you say, why would it be in this one?
I suggest we adventure forth and try to find out.
Very well. Valeros, if you could lead the way.
Done. And I lead the way, guided by my ever-burning torch.
I want to be
We're
mad.
committing
I
to that
want to be
torch.
mad about that torch, but I can't.
It's just
Because
gonna be
he's
a
using
running
it.
joke.
He's using
I'm
it
holding
to
on.
no end, so I can't even be mad.
It's out of respect for Mirisiel, mostly because she's the one who went down.
Get the bloody fault. And it was like her own bloody fault, too.
All right, I'm
So give me a
going
moment.
down.
I'm just removing people. It's going to be one per, like, cut and paste, just to make it.
Faster.
Well, because you've got like light sources and stuff like that, I've had to put on your character sheet. So just
right.
to help keep them without having to redo them.
Right.
I'm just cutting and pasting, but one at a time.
What a dungeon so far. Spiders, undead, kobold, got everything. Giant rats.
A bit of everything. Not
Magical
giant rats,
pools
they're
of
rodents
water that we
unusual size.
Can't figure out.
Always rodents of unusual size.
Ah, yes, the classic fantasy creature, the Minotaur, and the rats of unusual size.
Gotta start somewhere. Freaking giant rats.
Okay, I'm not going to give away any more hero points because no one said that. I don't believe they exist.
Ah,
I can't say
Okay,
it.
wiping all the hero points.
If it's rats, if they said a
Ah.
giant rat minotaur, you're like, no, that's impossible. I would kill myself.
giant rat Minotaur.
A ratator. What about it?
I'd be so mad.
Okay, so pretty
She
much.
would get traumatized by seeing that. She would.
It's just like she gets transported to a world where all magical creatures are just rats with different appendages, like a rat-to-puss. You know,
No,
rat.
that's
a
horrible.
rat-ish.
That's God, you.
Oh no, rat.
You know what?
Okay, so we're in the next level,
Oh, there we are.
Yes.
Cool.
and we've got buttons for this.
All right, we're blind.
Well, you're blind.
Ready?
The stairs
Yep.
spiral deep
Oops, that's
into
too
the
low.
earth before ending in a chamber that looks like it's been prepared.
It's a little quiet.
I know.
Yeah.
I just turned it off. Let's try again.
As the door opens, the smell of rotten fish and mold.
Oh, that's the
wrong
wrong
one.
one.
On the west side of this vast room is a large
How-
table with benches.
That is totally the wrong one. Let's try again.
The stairs spiral deep into the earth before ending in a chamber that looks like it's been prepared specifically to defend against intruders. On one side of the room, a table has been turned on its side to provide cover, while on the other, crates and barrels have been piled up to create a second barrier.
So that's what you see.
Oh. Well, it looks like there's maybe a little bit of a scuffle down here.
Well, they heard some of our previous ones.
I'm
Yes,
going
we-
to. I see an open room here, or an open.
How about we
hallway.
stop?
Oh, yep.
So, let's see. Where am I? There.
Oh, we don't check the traps. God damn it.
Well, it's not that. It's not checking for traps, which is okay. We're gonna do. I think Valeros was the one that moved first, and Mirisiel, you
Yes.
weren't there. You didn't go all the way. So this is what happens. Because of course it happens.
I knew I was gonna suggest we throw something back there. God damn it!
It's not subtle. I mean, it's not subtle.
Yeah, we called this upon ourselves.
No,
so-
this was on us.
So, oh my god. So, as Valeros is starting to walk through the room, Esren, you just see a crossbow bolt just miss the back of his head and skid off into the wall. It goes in between you and Valeros. And Kyra, this as you watch everyone go into the room, it's the same thing, but this time with Mirisiel. But let's see if it actually hits this time. Don't mind that one. And again, the crossbow bolt flies across the room and just misses Mirisiel and goes out the room, out the doorway. I think we should start initiative, don't you?
No, I think we should run away. But that's just me.
Turned over tables. It's not as subtle.
How long did it take us to go down the stairs? Did you say?
Not long. It's not long. It's like just going downstairs.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I just want to double check my duration. Because my magic weapon is
Can you do?
lasts for a minute.
Oh yeah, it's past a minute.
Okay.
Can we re-roll on initiative rolls?
No.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Wait, is this coming from the same person that asked to do? Was it light on the web?
I just realized my short sword has 1d0. What's it meant to be?
6. I would say 6. Okay, so Kyra, you're not first. Sorry, you're not.
I'm okay with this. I'm completely okay with this.
A second crossbow bolt comes out, and this time, I believe that's a hit. Actually, it's more than a hit. It's a critical on Mirisiel.
Oh,
Um,
okay, I'm down.
it's 8 points of damage only.
Yeah, I'm down.
You only had 6.
Yeah.
That's okay. If it wasn't a crit, it would have still done 7 damage. Yeah, that's going to happen again. Now it's Kyra's
boy.
go.
Let me double check this real quick. I still got 2. Alright, she walks up like that was just we didn't even do nothing to you, that was just rude. So she used one action to move up. Second action to heal her using 2 actions. So it will be
And Kyra, you know that whatever it is, it's come from behind the barrels onto the other side of the room. Not behind the desk, but behind the barrels.
healing you for 14.
There you go.
Nice.
And that's all. That's your movement. That's your 2 action heal. We go to Esren.
Quick rules question. So, are we counting wounds on Mirisiel?
Oh,
She's at 2.
Okay.
yeah.
I personally am because,
Right.
being a healer is kind of my job.
To put that
I just want to make sure that I understood that correctly.
Oh yeah, wounds are important. Every time you go down, it's bad. It gets
Yeah.
worse for you. And don't go down by a critical as well, because that
That's-
gives
Yeah,
you
we're
2.
out.
So that means you're on
Oh,
3,
Oh,
Ooh.
unless you get that sorted and seen to.
okay, new priority. Get that sorted.
Because you've gone down
Get
previously
rid of-
when you criticaled yourself. But I'm not going to
Wait.
I'm not going to treat that as a
Okay.
critical in your, yeah. You went down because you took damage, and then this time that was a critical, so that's an extra 2, so you're now at 3.
And if I get to 4, I'm fully dead, right?
Yes, and next time you go down, no matter what it is, you're dead.
How do we sort the wounds
You
again?
need to spend some time and do some medicine to get through those.
Treat wounds.
Yeah. Treat wounds.
Night rest. All right. Do I need to worry about any kind of cover with this table between me and the kobold?
There is cover. There's about 2 points of cover, as in they have two. It's plus 2 to AC or minus 2 to your attack.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll take the shot anyway from here. Try to just reach over the table and fire down. I'll do Ray of Frost on him. 16?
A 16 is not a hit.
Oh,
It
Hate
still
to
would have
see
been a miss, even without the cover.
all right. Then with that, Esren will use his last action to stride back into here. And
Good
just
choice.
kind of hunker in.
A good choice. A wise move. Mirisiel.
Having been downed by something that's coming from over here, she's gonna first action stride around the boxes.
Okay. Ah! Now you can also
And-
say their initiative.
And then, in a bit of, just like frustration, attack it.
Okay. It's also flat-footed. Get you your other damage.
Sneak attack.
That's
it. Sneak it. It's just like a
All right.
D6, right?
Is it flat-footed because it doesn't? No, it's not flat-footed because it's holding the crossbow. If it shoots the crossbow, that's when it's flat-footed.
It did just shoot the crossbow, didn't it?
But if it shoots a crossbow now, I think right.
It
That's
just
a
shot.
weird one.
It just shot. If it just shot a crossbow, it'd be flat-footed. It just did.
I'll give you the
affect
flat-footed.
me. Yeah.
I'll give you the flat-footed.
Okay, so that's just an extra D6, right?
I'm probably wrong. I'm probably going to be corrected in chat. I'm good with being corrected. We do try to make sure the rules just flow rather than complicate things. You've done quite a bit of damage. 9 points.
And I'm going to second attack it.
Ooh, okay. That hits.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Didn't have much of a chance there, but that hits. And with that, it just slumps down. Just that little bit extra bit of blood was enough for it to die.
And that's the end of her turn.
Okay. And we'll move that one for the turn order, even though it had the best. So this kobold drops its crossbow, picks up its beliefs. Yeah. Short sword. So that's one action of just picking it up, and then moving, which is a third action, and then attacking, which is the last
For
action.
now.
And this is
Now
not going
I
to
have
hit.
go to you.
Doesn't hit. 13 is... I can't hit Valeros. Not that much of an AC, but I just can't hit it.
Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't even have that much of an AC.
It's... No.
No
Doesn't.
fighter's AC. I'm
They
surprised.
don't even have a shield.
Okay.
He had a shield up until, we realized he doesn't have a shield.
Yeah. Poopsie doopsie poopsie.
It's just like the shield was like peak.
So shooting a crossbow
Exactly.
doesn't make you flat-footed. Neither does reloading it. But it does allow for the reaction, I believe.
Right. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's still
The
most
interact action.
reactions. Yeah.
Yes, that's what it was. That's what I'm a little bit confused. But you've killed him anyway. I'll TPK you yet, you young children. I'll get you. Else.
Do I get to eat something before you put me in the oven?
Real quick.
H2.
Is there?
Yep.
Is there a way to trip him or knock him prone or make him flat-footed via like shoving him, or do I actually have to have that as a weapon trait?
It's a athletic check, I believe.
Let's have a look.
Because we don't got CMB in Pathfinder.
I'm trying to knock him down.
The only thing I can think of is athletics.
And I can't find it on my quick search, which is what I rely on. Like, I got rules, but the rules are over there somewhere.
Okay, in that case, then I'm just going to.
It's
in
over
that case, I'm
yonder.
just going to stare him
Basic
down,
attack.
and I'm going to say, "We took out your friends, and now I'm going to take out you," and attempted to demoralize him.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I think I roll intimidation for that.
I believe so. Yeah, I know there's rules about everything, but yeah.
Oh, Can I be heroic about that?
Do you
I wanna
want to
be a little
re-roll
more
it?
heroic. Yes, I do.
We'll start marking them off because you've got 5 of everybody. Everyone's
Okay.
like started on 5 hero points.
Okay, so now I got 4, and then re-roll on that. Just see if we can
Oh,
do a little
even
better.
worse.
Listen, come on.
Come on, can we be friends?
You better be afraid. Okay, screw it. I'm gonna
Okay.
slice on him then. Okay, don't get off the character sheet. Longsword slash.
No.
No. Then I longsword slash again. I'm not doing very good this fight.
Yes.
There we go. Oh well, hold on. That's got to be minus. I didn't.
Minus
That's got to have the
5.
minus it. Yeah, I didn't do the second attack. I got to remember that.
Still yes.
Is that still hits with -5? Okay.
Yeah. So that's 18.
All right,
18's what you
cool.
needed.
Nice.
Yeah. Getting used to doing the like each attack on the character sheet is a bit of a yeah. Kyra, move to you.
Because I suck at attacking. You know what? I'm going to head there and
Now it's flat-footed.
attempt to attack.
That's a hit. 5 points of damage.
Yay! Let's go again.
That is not a hit, even with flat-footed.
I would hope not.
6 is not going to hit it.
In
What
my
a valiant
turn.
effort.
Almost. I almost. Off by 1.
Esren.
Esren will peek around the corner and point his staff out and shoot a ray of frost. Come on, baby.
That's a hit. That's final death blow.
Hurrah!
As the kobold is now an ice statue stuck to the wall.
Nice.
Thanks, fun old man.
Thank
Shout
you.
over.
Thank
How you doing over there,
My best.
Mirisiel?
She kind of sits back against the wall, adrenaline now leaving her. Kinda really bad over here.
Yeah, if you guys want to go heal her up, I think we should barricade this hallway right here with this table. At the very least.
Sure, I'll help you do that while he goes and heals her up.
Okay.
She's trying to like be kind of like, yeah, I can't really do that right now.
All right. So, I think what I would like to do is barricade this door a little bit to provide us some cover in case anybody comes from this direction while they heal Marisol's wounds.
There's enough bits and pieces in this room to barricade that door. It looks like, well, someone's barricaded the other entrance to the room.
We should probably check that out too, huh?
You remember the last time we checked out something that was barricaded?
I don't.
Someone got hurt. I mean, you got your torch, but someone got hurt.
We got a key. We got a key item. Is what I heard.
What? What? Key? What?
As you expect,
What?
the other barricade, because you said you're doing it.
Right.
You notice a foul stench coming from the passage behind the barricade. The foul stench of rotting fish and sweat.
Oh, I think I found out where all that fish went.
Well, maybe. It smells like someone was just working out a lot. That smells like you.
So,
You know.
Not
is there
that,
like
no.
a treat wounds action that I can do on myself?
There is.
Well, actually, I was looking at the treat wounds thing, and I think Mirisiel should only be at 2.
3 crit.
No.
I had
You
one.
should be at 14. Because you gotta remember when you go down,
We're talking
you
about
start
wounds.
at 0.
3 wounds. I mean,
We're talking about
Oh,
wounds.
well that.
because didn't Ray treat her wounds just a second ago to heal her up?
If you traded them just a second ago to heal up, and there was a critical, then yes, you've got your wounds back.
Oh, do I?
Then I think she would still have the 2 wounds.
You still got the
from
2
dying
from
in
just
this
then.
room.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're only at 2. It's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is still at risk of dying if you get critical again.
Yeah.
As in dead.
Ideally, I'd like to get down to 1 wound. So how do I do treat wounds?
We have to wait an hour.
Can
You can only have treat wounds done to you once per hour.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Wait, when did she have wounds treated?
Yeah.
I know we
2 rooms
treated
ago?
Ray. Oh.
Yeah, she
I
didn't
did, like,
treat
2 rooms
wounds. She
ago.
healed. She healed me.
Oh yeah, the last one. Yeah.
Okay,
the last
so
one
that's
was healed.
different.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
no,
now-
I treated wounds early. In last session, I treated her wounds.
I thought that was medicine.
Yeah, that's.
That's
So you use the
Oh.
medicine skill to treat wounds.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh,
You're
we've
kinda
barricaded this room. I'm sure we could,
Rest.
yeah,
try short rest medicine checks.
yeah. We'll
it's
wait
a
to,
specific trait wounds.
yeah, specifically treat wounds.
Yeah,
'cause
it's not
ideally.
just healing. You specifically need to treat wounds in this action.
It's like-
Spending 10 minutes treating an injured living creature, targeting yourself if you so choose. You're temporarily immune to treat wounds for 1 hour. So even if you healed or did a medical check before, you didn't treat wounds before. So that specifically you can do this now without.
Oh,
having
so I
to wait.
can't do this.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I will try that.
Just the separate things. This one doesn't heal them at all. Oh wait, does this one heal?
Oh, yeah, it
Wait,
does. Yeah.
it does
I
heal?
think you just get rid
Yeah,
of
treat
the,
wound. It's the same action.
Okay,
Either
it's the same
heal
one. Yeah.
and get rid of wounds.
Either way, we can go. Okay, you wait an hour. You barricade in. You're good.
Okay.
If we do that, am I able to do something to get rid of my second condition? Or is
Uh,
that a long rest?
You can essentially
Believe
treat
that's
wounds for that.
best.
Or
Yeah.
treat
Oh,
your
treat
medical.
wounds? Okay.
Yeah.
So if
Someone treat me. I'm not
if our wizard wants to assist me,
I can assist. Yeah. What are the rules for assisting again?
pretty much roll in 10 and I'll get
It'll be 10. Okay.
Well, you're rolling the same thing, getting 15.
a
I have to
15.
hit
I think
15.
it's, yeah. It's the same check.
Oof.
So that's a
The
no
hero
and a
point?
no.
The heroic.
We got hero points. To
So
spare,
your
right?
bonus. Oh yeah, that's right. We do. So hero point because we're really trying.
Oh,
Come on.
At least it's not a 1.
All right. Well,
True.
Marisol
After
dies.
trying for a little bit, she's just like, you know what? That's it's just a boo boo. It's just a boo boo. His tummy's hurting. Let me see if I can help him with his tummy.
Yeah, thanks. I can really use it. The
It's but
smell of the
flesh
fish is
wound.
making me sick.
And hopefully I don't get crit. Oh, of course.
There you go. There you go.
Of
But
course.
as we
That's
move
to
on,
get
feel
rid
better.
of the sicking condition.
Ray, thank you. I feel so much better. That fish,
No
that fish smell
problem.
was getting to me.
I can completely understand. It was a lot easier than her. I think she's going to die, but don't let her know.
Okay, you're good. I just look over at Marisol. And just, you're good. You're doing good. You look great.
I don't feel great.
It doesn't even look like you can't even see it.
It's like I just imagine there's like this huge scar, like down her chest from where she stabbed herself. It's like, yeah, pretty sure I don't.
You missed all the major stuff. You went in an angle.
You're okay.
So
Anyway, so what's our next plan of action?
well,
Should
I
we-
can smell the fish over. Well, I can smell a bunch of dead fish and stuff over in this direction. But
You did say a fountain in the other direction.
yes, I saw. A fountain like in some water stuff over there. So I actually, I don't know which way do you guys want to investigate.
Personally, this quest has been much more difficult than I expected it to be, so I want to get it over as soon as possible. But
So smelly fish.
I mean, on a personal note, I'd rather look at a fountain than smell rotting fish.
But I completely agree with you here normally, but given the fact that we're here because of fish, it might be what we're looking for. It might be. I don't know. Maybe.
Fair enough.
Valeros takes out a coin. All right. Are we doing it this way or are we decided?
Let's go to the fish. But there's something in the universe that I can divine that tells me that we have a limited playtime tonight. So probably focus on the main objective.
I'll pocket my coin. Let's go then.
Thank you for that.
That was great. That was great.
That's
Okay.
very well done. So let's open it up and so the barricade it is a barricade that's blocking you. But you can just
barricade.
dismantle it peacefully or you can dismantle it angrily, whichever one you'd prefer.
I think we'd like to, after the last case, I think Mirisiel would suggest that we do it as quietly as possible to not alert anything on the other side.
Well, there was just
That's
a
a chance
battle in here.
Make a crafting check. I'm kind of excited to do that because I like that as a skill.
I was just going to give it to you, but like you can just dismantle it. But yes, crafting check is actually I think the one it calls for.
I just like that there's a crafting skill. That's
Crafting comes
So cool.
into its own a lot of times when it comes to potions. When you can actually do crafting as a medicine check with the right feat combinations. Alchemists are really great medics because they can also throw healing bombs.
Yeah.
Which
And
are
regular
awesome.
bombs and mix them up sometimes.
Well, but yeah, that's exactly that. They can be really good. So crafting is a whole thing.
Yeah, and being able to craft like magic items and having use for crafting in a TTRPG is so rare.
Which isn't broken and it actually works with the system.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Starfinder does not nail it.
Haven't played Starfinder enough to know. We've had a little bit of it. We haven't done crafting in that one though.
No.
No. I'll take your word.
It's a messy system. It was it's like a beta of a game.
So you get through you open up the barricade. There we go. Now you can see a little bit past. So the ground here past the barricade just decreases slightly. We've got a number here. There we go. Do the right one.
Beyond the barricade, the passageway meanders briefly. The floor descends slightly and soon becomes flooded by a shallow pool of water. The water appears to be flowing out of a passageway to the right, and a shimmering blue light in that direction reflects off the water there. The main passageway continues to the left, over the slight depression in the floor where the water has pooled. An overpowering stench drifts from around the bend.
Would I be able to stealth through the water? Just could I intuit if I would be able to or not?
I would say the difficulty increases dramatically if trying to stealth through water.
Yeah, I have figured as much. So, what do you think? There's water up ahead, so I can't really be quiet about it. That's the only problem.
Might I suggest we keep an eye out for traps?
How deep is the water, by the way? GM.
So was that how deep is the water?
Yes.
Sorry, it's only like inches deep. It's like a it's like
she
a
looks
large
too
puddle.
much.
I'm
She
going
looks-
to get up to this corner. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh no, that's fine. She's gonna like kind of look at her like, if you crawl, just keep your head above the water. It shouldn't be that noisy. Maybe.
Can I step on this tile here without stepping in the water?
Yeah. So you can see to the north, the water gets a little bit deeper, so it goes down to about a foot before there's like a crack in the foundations on the, and just rises up just a little bit out of the water. So it's just like a step to step out of the water. So it's not something to climb, but you can also see to the side, to the east, that there's something a bit more. Well, you can see a little bit to where the blue shimmering is coming from, and it seems there's something like a faint magical aura coming from the side.
Well, it seems like we have two paths. By the way, which path is the rotting fish smell coming
To
from?
the north.
Okay.
It's most certainly from the north.
It seems like we have two paths. That way, I can smell the rotting fish stronger, but there's something over there. Something magical. Even I can sense it, so that must mean that you should be feeling it already, Esren.
I certainly sense it. Can Esren try to... can I get a vibe on that magical aura? Try to understand it from this distance at all?
Are you doing detect magic?
Well, it seems like we've already detected the magic.
Well, you can see. Well, while you have that blue light coming from the torch, magical light coming from the torch, this seems to be something of a similar ilk, but it's not as focused. As in, there's just a aura of like light coming from an area.
So it's an ever-burning brazier. Got it.
Never burning room.
I'm so mad.
Good man, got my torch. I can see.
So, which way do you...
Do we know? Can we see, like, if I look at the water? I mean, does it look like? Can I cast detect magic on the water? Like,
You can cast detect magic. Detect magic just tells you of something in the area, and so are you going to cast detect magic?
Sure, I cast detect magic.
Click it on so it can show that you're casting detect magic. There is there's no magic in the 30-foot area of that.
Wow, that's such a precise answer. So I could tell you to try somewhere else.
The GM asked twice if I was casting the spell, so I was like, clearly I meant to be doing something. No, there's no
The
magic
spell is
here.
hyper vague, but also quite specific in 30 feet.
Oh,
But you can only detect if there's something in the area. I mean, yes, you've got a magical item and blah blah blah. I'm not going to annoy you and say yes, you've got that and always detect that. But discounting that.
Oh, at higher levels, the detect magic gets better. I didn't even read that part of the spell before, but okay, good to know.
I'm going
to.
Sorry, I'm going to attempt to make as little noise as possible. Like, I know I can't avoid making noise in the water, but I'm going to attempt to make as little noise as possible to just check out this area.
Which area to this? Okay.
This area.
So as you start, I'll do the roll, but I said it's going to be like you walking through a puddle, so it's going to be difficult. I didn't say how much difficult, but it's going to be difficult. Okay, you start moving through the water. Not that quietly. So let's do the reading of this area for you, because you're pretty much there.
On the far side of the puddle of water is a strange chamber, crackling with magical energy. Pulsing orbs float in 3 of the 4 corners of the room. The orb in the southwest is made from brown earth and stone, whereas the one in the northeast looks to be made of glass and is filled with a swirling cloud. The orb in the far corner holds a roaring flame. Opposite that orb are shattered remains and the water that flows down the passageway to the northwest.
Which would be this area here. Is the shattered remains of what was once another orb.
Do I need
Guess
to
what
roll
one
an
that
Arcana
was
check
for?
to get the vibe of what's going on here?
Even without an Arcana check, there's something to do with the elements.
Yeah.
And even with, again, without the Arcana check, the orb, which was most obviously water or ocean or something along those lines, has somehow broken, or the magic has ceased, and like water has flowed from that.
We have earth, fire, air, and now
I
water
had
from
a
before.
gem in a cube, right? Am I able to fill the cube up with water and then place it in the pedestal?
Well, you couldn't open the cube. And Kyra is going to join us. Jeffrey?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I was reading something.
Yeah.
Um,
Would you like to join them? They're like over here.
It appears that we have some sort of elemental puzzle on our hands. Should we fill
Yes.
the dish with water and see what happens?
well, before we start filling it with water, well, actually, can I cast Detect Magic? Is there?
Oh yeah, there's magic here.
There's no question about that.
I figured.
Can I? Oh,
And you got a feeling that it's not just about the light in the area.
Am I able to, handle this orb, this earth orb, and try to maybe
Oh, you want to handle the earth orb? do you?
not pick it up, but like inspect it a little bit, get a little more hands on. Does it move? Is it movable? Is it stationary?
So you don't. It's just floating there. But like,
so it's not on a stand or anything?
I like the idea of it being floating there, but there is indications they're on stand, so I like the idea of
Okay,
floating.
they're floating.
That's
Generally
just my thought.
That's cool.
But
We don't know
to-
what caused this other one to shatter. Perhaps we.
But for more
Use them
investigation,
now.
you will need to touch it.
Yes, I will. I will just reach forward, fighter style, and touch the object.
Goddamn fighters.
Well, what does this thing do?
Oh, wait, no! It's too late.
You
Oh, but I'm
hear
just like into
a
another dimension.
grinding and grumbling throughout the room, like boulders falling down a hill. There's a little bit of
shit.
dust that falls from the ceiling, and just like a little bit of dust and sand falls from the ceiling. You hear a voice call upon the earth to gain its strength.
Oh, that's not. Something else calls
And
upon the
just
earth to
ignore
gain
that.
strength? Oh.
Uh-huh.
We hear this thing call upon the earth.
Does only Valeros hear that?
Yes.
I hear something call upon the earth. Did you say something, Ray?
I'm not
Ezra?
always talking, only sometimes, not all the time.
No, someone said something. I heard something about.
I don't believe
Nobody
any of us
whispered
said anything.
You hearing voices, Valeros?
Nah. We're all good. I just swear. Esren,
Esren will walk off, kind of in a huff.
will you check out this orb?
Yes, I
Or
was
another
working
orb
on
if you
it.
want to.
This is why we don't go around touching ancient artifacts, young boy.
I feel fine. I mean, I feel fine.
That's except for the voices in your head.
So, this looks like a cloud in an orb, right?
In a glass orb, yes. A swirling cloud at that.
That's kind of pretty, honestly.
Esren will try to look at the earth orb and the pedestal in the middle. He wants to see if he can try to understand any of the if there are any runes, any magical essence coming off of them, anything you can understand about a ritual that's meant to be performed here.
Fantastic. Give me a moment. Do this. And I'm just going to do this. And we're just going to do this, I believe.
Oh,
That's a fantastic thing.
Yep, that's the move that we do. But more things happen. We'll get to that in a moment. Because, well,
I was just
of course.
innocently walking around,
I
not
know.
touching nothing.
I know. So, as you're instantly walking around touching nothing, as mentioned, the orb near you, the fire orb, is probably the best way of describing it, just cracks open and smoke, an acrid, blackish smoke, just emanates and pours forth from the orb, and you can see something inside it, something moving. But you don't know what it is. It's some small black figure that moves inside it. I'm gonna do a.
Make it.
Where am I? It's up here. There we go. Got to roll.
I didn't know you can hide initiatives. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I can do a few things, and this is one of the things that we did to the other group, and wow, it has an effect. You'll see in a moment.
Yeah.
Add to turn. Where am I? Not as good as I expected. But it has an action because it has an action. And so as the smoke fumes out, and you feel something attack you and bite at your skin. Holy crap!
Audio is
1,
kind
2,
of...
sorry, 1, 2, or 3.
Wow.
Oh no.
No. God.
That's a critical fail
What?
deck, isn't it?
1, 2, or 3. Which one?
Oh, I said 1.
1. Here we go. Okay. No noticeable effect from what you know. So you feel something try to, like, whatever is inside the that acrid black smoke comes after you, or it doesn't come after you, but it seems to strike at your body. But that's all you can. You just have that sense of something bad. And then we'll go into the music, I think.
All right.
And we'll go into initiative. Kyra, it's your go at 25.
So there's a figure inside the smoke.
There's something small and moving.
How does concealment work? I'm not sure about it.
Concealment works, and it is exactly that, concealment. Concealment works by a straight up check of 5 or more. If you miss 5, then you miss.
So
it's a
do I
flat
have
check.
to do like a perception check before attempting to attack?
It's just a flat check, as in you roll a flat check. If you get 5 or more, you know kind of where it is enough to be able to strike at it. Otherwise, you're just unsure. Like this, you're unsure. But you still attack, because that can be criticals. Oh no, actually, it can be critical fumbles, but in this case, don't worry about it. So you try to figure out where it is, or is that for an attack?
Yep, that's so do I do like 2 more? Just use it on my actions.
Yeah. So instead of having to roll the attack as well, we can just do it that way. Okay, this one you know is going to be somewhere in the area enough to do your attack roll, which is going to be your second attack roll. Your first one's kind of wasted. We're just skipping that roll. That's all it is. So you swipe down into the fog and into the fetid smoke, and you miss the fetid smoke. There's also something which I kind of need to ask you to do. Can I get a fortitude save, please?
Of course.
As the fumes start getting to you. As the fumes start getting to you, you start coughing, and it's getting to your lungs, and it's going to hamper you. Just do that one because why not? The fetid smoke hampers you. You have a -1 to all, -1 steady to all checks and DCs.
Okay.
As you start coughing. So you can do your last one with your -10. I don't know if you're going to.
That's a critical.
It's also a miss, though.
But it goes up
I rolled
by
15.
1.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, that's in that 20. Oh, no,
I
that
know.
doesn't happen. Yeah, that
I know.
doesn't happen. Yeah. Dang.
You still miss. That's the problem. You've got a -1 to
Wouldn't
that.
it go up?
Yeah, it goes up a
thing?
level, doesn't it?
So-
It's an natural 20.
It does go up a level. If it's so, I guess if it's
So
a miss,
it is
then
a
it's a hit, not a crit, though.
It's not a crit, but it's a hit. For 4 points of
Okay.
slashing damage.
Okay.
That's right.
Nice. Do we do so?
That's the first time that's happened. No.
Okay. I'm happy with this. I'm
You don't
sick.
get a card
I
from that.
swing recklessly. I'm happy.
You hit something. You don't know what you hit, but you hit something.
There's a fire in the smoke.
Why did you stay in the smoke?
Sorry, swinging. She wasn't thinking. We already know she's a ditz. She is a ditz. This is the thing.
So I've got a correction in chat that it's only a miss if it would otherwise be a critical miss, but this is normally a miss. But we're moving it up to a hit because it's a critical on the attack. So we're going upward instead of downwards. I think.
Right.
Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is.
That's why I think about
Yeah.
it, because they don't do the normal crits no more.
No. But you can move it up by one.
Fancy about it.
But you got a hit by it. So now we move to Esren on the other side of actually just outside the fog or the smoke.
Esren will first say to all his compatriots, "You fools! This is why you do not go touching the artifacts before the wizard can investigate them."
I feel fine.
He will just reflexively throw a so it's a area of smoke and fog. Can I, if I attempted a seek, would I be able to identify where the target is inside of that, or do I just have to roll like the mischances?
I think it's rolling mischances. They
Okay.
in this like for me as the GM, they would usually say if the person wants to do this, then yes, then this is how to work it out. In this case, it doesn't actually tell me that seek does anything, because it's not hidden. In this case, it is just concealed. There's just so much fog. It's just that flat shape.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't have anything that gets past.
And believe me,
concealment,
if it didn't have immunity to its own fog or to its own smoke vision, it would have the same check too.
Yeah.
But it can see through it.
Esren will just reflexively throw a ray of frost into the cloud and try to hit it.
So your flat check, and the flat check as well. So it's actually still a miss though. As the ice goes in, and like
No, I don't know.
you cool the area,
Yeah.
And you hear a snarling coming from it, but it just
All right. Message understood. And he uses his last action to run behind the pedestal and crouch down a little bit.
What is Mirisiel doing on the other side of the room next to a big orb?
I mean, I see wind orb. I see smoke. She doesn't understand magic, so she's going to attempt to channel the wind power of the orb to blow away the smoke.
So do you touch the orb?
Yes, I guess.
Yes! Thank you.
Join the orb touching club.
Okay.
Didn't touch an orb. I'm just.
Esren is seething.
Here, Ray is just a casualty of all this.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, Grandpa, I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
So you touch the orb of swirling wind inside this glass orb. You feel the air move around you and move around the cavern. Just enough to show you that there's a presence here. And you hear a whisper on this wind saying, "Call upon the wind to gain my blessing and soar through the sky."
Okay, she says, I call upon your blessing to blow away this smoke in front of us.
I just need to move you so I can do that. There you go. Just ignore the token. You call upon the blessing immediately?
No, actually, I'm gonna... Yeah, that doesn't sound like, I'm not gonna call upon the blessing. That doesn't sound like, gust of wind. That sounds like flight. So Mirisiel, after touching the orb, is gonna be like, well, that didn't do what I thought it was gonna do. And then, did I use an action to touch the orb?
That's an interaction. Yes, it is.
Yep. So she'll stride 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess, and then attempt to
Saving
hit...
throw.
Right, yes. What was it, Constitution?
Fortitude, yes.
A Fortitude. I have never rolled a Fortitude before.
Wow, that's a really good saving throw. Nah, you're still coughing.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
That's a really strong. That's a really strong.
As you enter into
save that's
the
needed.
smoke, and you immediately hit you the coughing and the -1 to all. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to attempt to attack, mischance D20. Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Yeah. So it's going to miss anyway. You don't need to roll the second one. Okay. Valeros.
I'm kind of curious. I'm interested in using my turn to pull these two out of the smoke a bit.
One interaction at a time.
One interaction at a time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there'll be one move, one interact to grab them, one move. So that's going to be a problem. Gee, it sounds like we ran into the same situation last week with an offline group.
Okay.
Esren will die
This hasn't hit
indignant
yet.
and angry.
I'm going to... Okay, I'm going to use my first action to seek. I'm going to seek it out. That seems like a smart thing to do.
But it's not.
didn't-
It's not hidden. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
It's just.
Oh, it's not hidden.
It's not hidden. It's concealed by the smoke.
Okay, seek wouldn't help. Okay,
Yeah.
seek is for hidden. Got it.
Yeah.
So in that case, then, I will... do...
That's why. Like people have asked, and it's like that's why it's kind of not the same, but it's kind of yeah.
So where would I need? Okay, I guess I would be pulling Ray out of the smoke. But she really didn't ask for that. She just kind of happened.
Yeah. So you're using one move to get to Ray, one move to grab, and then one move to essentially do the movement out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. I got asked, is this that battle? Maybe.
Mhm.
So that's all your movements, and now the acrid smoke. And let's do some rolls. Mirisiel, let's 1, 2, and let's do 3. Okay, so we start off good. You can't see it on the screen, so let's scroll up for you. There we go. We start off good. Choose a card.
Someone's
2.
on a crit roll.
2. So this is how it went offline in the first attack instead of fumbling. Let's see. Okay. This gets interesting. You take 12 points of damage.
Oh, and I'm down.
Fantastic. You also take...
3 wounds, by the way. 3 wounds.
Well,
No.
yes, 3
She's
wounds.
dead.
No, I'm 2 wounds. Remember, I got
Because you
treated.
got treated.
But if that's a crit, you're dead.
No, they got treated, so back to 0. So now that now started reset to
Oh, okay.
reset to 0, then back to that. So let's do this. We've got
The rogue just dies in every encounter.
no, I think it's just
Yeah.
you.
I'm gonna be honest. Running into the smoke was an interesting.
On the upside, you
decision.
can see Mirisiel because she's on fire,
Oh, good.
Oh,
Good.
and on top of that, there's a blood trail that's starting to move out.
Oh,
As
good.
you also
I'm
are
bleeding.
going to be taking bleed damage.
Mirisiel
Persistent.
will die.
Because that's a bad one. That's the first one, by the way.
Okay, so Mirisiel
Yeah.
is just dead.
So instead of doing that, like, I'm going to be nice and do it the proper way and go, okay, moves. Instead of doing 3 attacks, it's going to just move for the second.
Oh, so the whole smoke thing moves.
Oh, smoke things moves. Oh, by the way, that's going to mean more saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
This is going 1, 2. So we're going to... We'll try for Valeros for the second. That's a Kyra, you're in it again.
There we go.
There you go. That's a no.
I am fortified.
And you don't get hit.
The torch scaring them off.
There you go.
I was trying to protect Ra because she healed me and she's been nice and
Okay, Ra, it's
friendship
your
and
go.
all that.
Oh, I haven't touched this thing. Let me see something. I have nothing.
Maybe,
Well,
maybe
what
one
I'm
of
gonna
us should touch the fire orb and receive its blessing.
Oh, the fire orb's cracked and broken
Ah.
as it jumped out.
So she's here. Let me see. I forgot how many moves this is. And everyone's actually relatively healthy besides the person dying.
Yes, everyone's healthy compared to the dying person.
I mean, you are within reach of her, so you could do a touch healing spell, right?
Yes, but then I also am burning and bleeding, so the next turn is I lose all my health and go back down.
And there's,
Permanently die.
I'll give, and there's the mischance because you're in the fog, so in the smoke. But you're totally right. If you heal her, she will get up, and then she'll burn or bleed to death again.
Okay,
So I need to be put out and cured.
Immediately?
If I not, I get what, 2 wounds?
How
Oh,
much?
no.
How much health do you lose from a bleed and a burn at the beginning of your turn?
It's not affecting you because you're already down. Like it's, I at least I roll that way. I don't jump on extra damage, and Kyra is gone.
Dip.
So essentially what needs to happen is I need to
Or-
stay alive long enough for the wounds to be treated and then healed.
So
and-
before
And the
I
fires
move,
can go out.
before I move, I would cast. Let me double check. I would cast Stabilize on her, and then move, because that's 2 actions, and the move will be my 3rd action.
Yeah. Okay, so you cast Stabilize, but can you actually see her? Roll.
With the
Dispatch check.
fire on her body, I would say yes.
That's me being dramatic. It's not a mechanical.
Well, can I see her?
No, you can't. You touch something which you think is her, cast your stabilize, and just get out of there.
Okay. Well, that's my turn.
You're not stabilized.
I think you just
Esren.
grabbed my hand, Ray. Where you going, Ray?
I'm going this way to the water.
Sure, I guess do the brave thing.
Yeah.
So this is the beginner box, right?
Yeah.
That's that's the bad.
Cool. Super cool. Super cool.
Super cool.
I was
Do I
really
go-
hoping the wind orb gave me the power to blow the smoke away, but oh well.
Well, you didn't
You
accept the
never know.
blessing,
You
so
never-
now
you didn't use it.
Well, like the blessing says gain the power of flight. That doesn't sound like gust of wind.
That sucks. 'Cause I don't even know that I'm
You
blessed.
never
I just
know until
heard
you use it.
something.
Yeah, so
Well, you heard something.
You never know until you use it.
Oh, I have gust of wind in my spell book too, but I don't have it prepared.
Don't know.
Man.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, we're definitely gonna TPK here. So
Nah, we can just leave.
we can
There's a
just
dead body on the floor. We leave.
desperate times for desperate measures. Esren will run over and slap his hand on the orb and see what it says to him.
Now, I can be real mean and say it doesn't do anything. But, because it doesn't say if it's everybody, but I'm going to say yes. If anyone touches, you feel the swirling of wind around you. And on the wind, you hear, "Call upon my name to gain my blessing and soar through the sky."
Do I know their name?
Did I get that detail on
Or
message,
call
or-
upon the wind. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, call upon the winds, yeah. That's me.
Gotcha. Yeah, Esren will scream, "I call upon the wind!"
You start floating.
Get me out of here.
That's really it?
What are you doing? Like, you've moved, you've touched. Now what?
He just looks down and says, "Son of a bitch!"
Ezra, how are you doing that?
He'll cast Force Bolt at the creature
Okay.
with his last action.
So you cast. Do your at least?
I mean, I don't have to roll; it automatically hits, right?
Are you sure? Because that's kind of a.
Major?
It automatically
Magic
hit.
Missile.
I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say Magic Missile's just always been that way. I'm hoping they didn't change it. I'd be crying for him right now.
Well, it is kind of hidden, but yeah, I'll allow it. You hit.
2 whole damage. Let me have it, all right?
Oh, 2 I've got
Right.
damage. But,
All right, well, then I'll float there like an asshole.
well, no, because you've already used that thing, so you fall down
On the end of your turn.
at the end of your turn. I'm not going to cause damage, but I do. Like, in theory, I could have said, "Yeah, take 2 damage." Because
So it floats me for a round.
no, you had flying for that round, but you didn't use it.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
With that
yeah.
blue dot?
Yeah, all right.
the blue dot's gone.
That was cool.
That happened.
We'll move on then. Mirisiel, do some checks, please.
What is the? How do you do a check for death saving throw?
So what's your wounds?
1.
Well, 1 plus 10 is 11, so flat check. Yay, you're at 0. You stabilize. Fantastic.
I did
You want the
that,
good news or
guys.
the bad
I
news?
did that.
Bad news first.
You then bleed.
Ah.
Take a wound.
Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
Oh, yeah. You also on fire. Take a
Take
wound.
another. Oh, come on!
No, we'll do only one, but yes. Yeah.
So am I dying?
You
or
go
just-
back down.
Oh,
You stabilize, but you take a wound, and yeah, you go back down again.
So dying now wounded 3, right?
Possibly.
Wounded
Wounded
2.
Wounded 2.
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No,
I thought
you wounded. No, because you went down by a critical. So.
I
no, you
did?
didn't.
Wounded 3.
I'm stuffing up. Sorry about this. So you went from wounded. You went to 0 to 2 because you went down by a critical. So that DC was actually 12 instead of 11, and so you now to 1 instead of 2, but then again you also took fire damage, so you lose 1 again. So you're back to 2.
Okay.
That's me. That's me. So I think back to 2 because you went up 1 because you saved, then you went down 1 because you took damage because you're on fire and bleeding to death.
So I really need to be cured of those.
Yeah, you're in a bad way. So Valeros.
What are you talking about? You stabilized.
No, only went up
Well-
1, but you need to get to 0. You went to.
Oh no, I mean in my mind.
Oh yes,
She
totally,
stabilized.
totally. Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm not really seeing much of that at all, and I'm just perceiving this kind of threat. So I'm going to do my flat check to swing my sword.
Oh, like in another round, you might see the blood get a bit more and just come out of the smoke.
Oh,
Um,
what was it? Roll d20?
Yep.
Space d20, right? Space D20.
There's buttons on the side, on the left.
Of course.
Yep, you're going to hit.
Awesome.
You're going to hit the right
So,
area.
Nice. Let me do a slash with my long sword. Yeah.
That's a hit. 7 points damage.
Glorious damage.
Not a
And then I
critical.
will come back across and bring it back. And this time. Oh, wait, do I need to make another flat check?
Yep.
Let's do another flat check to see if I can get that.
The second one's going to miss. If you want to do a third, you can do a third, or you can do a move and all. Whatever you'd like for the third.
That's a -10.
Or unless you want to roll it for it and then try to get a critical to hit, which has happened.
Would
Has happened.
So I took a flat check, but it still takes my second attack action and
Essentially,
so
it
the
takes your second
penalty-
attack to miss it, yeah.
Okay, so
You're not like
you know
you
what?
think it's there, you're
Because
not
from
even going to hit the same spot.
We're praying through smoke right now.
But we'll just like
flat
saying-
check,
Yeah.
flat check to hit.
Yep. Again, it's not that hard.
I don't suppose I could use a hero point on this.
Yeah, I'll let you do a hero point on that one if you really must.
Good.
But,
I mean, it's your third attack. Okay.
yep. Roll your third
We
attack.
have a billion hero points. We're good.
Yeah, you've got enough hero points that I'm okay with it. Third attack.
Yep. You hit.
18.
I can't believe I hit it.
You hit.
Hell yeah.
The fighter is good.
For 11 points of damage.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Well
All
done,
right,
my
I'm just
friend.
hacking and slashing through the smoke, trying not to cough.
Okay.
Well, you crit save. You're golden on
You're
this.
good for a while. Generally
Yeah.
speaking, you're good for a while. Acrid Smoke's turn. Do you even know what it is yet? Do you have any idea? Any suspicions?
Diagram.
No, I haven't done a
Fire
knowledge check
elemental.
yet.
Doesn't need
yeah,
to
I'm
make
kind
a
of-
strength attack.
I'm waiting for my turn.
Esren's thought process was that it was an air elemental, so he went to the thing, but did
Okay.
not seem to.
So, a 19? Does that attack? Does that hit Valeros?
19 is my AC.
So that's a hit. You take 8 points of damage. And you're on fire.
Oh, this
Fire
is not good.
elemental. Then.
So you also take another 5 points of damage.
Am I able to?
Because
never
the
mind.
23 is totally going to hit.
Okay.
And by the way, the fire this time is a bit more. So we're going to take the one with the
Ouch.
biggest fire. We're not adding them together. And a 17 is a miss. And boy, that would have been a lot more damage.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
And I can see him since he's like on the edge of the smoke.
If only the water orb wasn't cracked.
Yeah, that would be dope.
If only that we weren't standing in a puddle of water.
If only. Okay, so that's its go. Kyra.
Can I see him being on fire?
He's
Because
in that
he's on the
aura.
edge?
He's in the aura. He's in the smoke.
He's actually in the smoke.
Yeah. It's just a round token that we've got representing here. Come on, you know you want to do this. What do you want to do?
Well, I guess my thing is I'm gonna do the flat check to try to see him.
Yep.
So search.
That's just that
Whatever.
flat chat. Because again, he's concealed. He's not hidden. He's concealed.
We are not good at these checks, guys.
Can we
not a hard
can we
one.
like run out of this room, please? Like,
Like-
can someone grab me and run out of the room?
No, you're in the smoke monster.
You're stabilized.
We'll also die.
I am not stabilized. I am dying.
We
Basically,
run.
In my
really
mind-
do. I'm sorry.
I know. In my head, I feel like my character Ray believes she's stabilized, and I was dying last time I was inside that thing. So since I can't see him,
The problem is,
she's gonna stay here. Oh, was it prepare? So use 2 actions to prepare Ray. I can't even do anything. I will end my turn. I feel like such a useless spellcaster.
okay,
Wow.
we'll move to Esren.
I don't want to waste a magic missile on this. We're
This
not
is
even at the
so-
boss yet.
This is so ridiculous.
A lot of acrid smoke and fire.
Is it
going
a
on
waste
here.
if it's a TPK?
I mean, I
Valeros
could do
already
more
did
if
so
I
much
actually
damage on it,
did-
so maybe we just need to.
Yeah. I don't really have that high of a casting modifier, so I can't do much.
initiative?
Are you reading chat? Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled really, really, really low.
It rolled low and had a 36 initiative.
No. In this time, with you guys, I rolled
Oh.
really, really low and got 13. In the other group, it had like 36 initiative. As an example.
I don't want to use a magic missile.
It was something like that. I don't know if it was 30, but it was high. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to use the magic missile. Don't forget, you got the scroll too. If you really
And Magic Missile
feel the
does
need
hit.
to.
Yeah, but I only have. Well, I know, but I only have like. I can either cast Magic Missile or Burning Hands with Arcane Bond, or I have the Magic Missile spell scroll, and that's it. And then I'm done on spells.
Unless we take a long rest.
Unless we take a long rest.
Unless you go back to town and rest, yeah. No?
Fuck
think
it, I
we
use
gonna
Magic
do?
Missile.
Should.
Are you burning a
Mirisiel
spell
gonna
or
die.
burning the scroll? Which one?
I'm gonna burn. I'm gonna burn the spell. I'm gonna keep
Okay.
the scroll.
Keep the scroll, burn the spell. Cast your spell.
I'll do it for all 3 actions.
All 3 actions, you're going to have to do it 3 times. Unfortunately, it's not set up for that.
Did I do that?
That damage.
Okay, so we've got
Twice.
3, 5,
I have good damage. Not
and
good
then
damage.
3. So 3, 5, 3. So 3, 2, 3. So that's 8 total. The missiles shoot into the cloud of smoke, spin around for a while, and then seem to hit something. Yes, it hit.
Yeah, but it's still
Think
standing.
back.
I could have done that damage with a fucking ray of frost.
If you hit, that's the problem.
It's worth that guarantee.
If I hit,
I know.
Alright.
So, that's your go.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Any no movement? Oh no, you did all 3. Okay,
No.
Mirisiel.
Uh-oh.
Yay! Let's see if I can stable only to die.
The DC is 12 again. So the DC is 12 flat check.
Yeah, no.
You're now at. This is where it goes
Do you have a
bad.
hero point? Do you have a hero point?
Do you want to use a hero point? No, you
Yeah.
want to use all of your hero points.
Yes, I want to use
Oh,
all
that's
my
right.
hero points. I've got 5. Can I use all of my hero points to get rid of my conditions and stabilize?
Okay. 1,
Does that get
2,
rid of your
3,
conditions
4,
too?
5. And you're in the smoke. Stable. No conditions.
Does it get rid? Oh,
Okay, all right.
Yay!
This is workable.
Including bleeding? Yes. Ah, this is workable. I'm stable.
There's some of the smoke.
Okay. Can I have a fortitude check, please?
For me?
Yes.
Ah.
You're still in the smoke. You get a condition back. You're still in the smoke. Still in the fetid smoke.
I mean, it's better than dying every turn.
True. Wait, that's the wrong one. What was I using for that? That would be a good one. Okay. So you get minuses to all your actions. There you go. That's you, Valeros.
Okay. I'm going to. If I run into this water, I'm on fire. If I run into this water, will it put me out?
Well, if that's your
Oh,
action,
out.
if your first action is to run,
Uh-huh.
you would say that it's gonna have like you can spend an action to put out flames.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. It's a very hard flat check.
A very hard flat check.
As it will, it's a 15 flat check.
Oh, really?
Or
Oh.
you can, if you put water, use an action to douse the flames with water. It's done. So what would you
Okay.
like to do?
I'm going to.
Oh, by the way,
take-
the tick is at the end of the turn. Once you're finished, that's gonna do damage.
Awesome. All right. In that case, I am going to take a wild swing. I have to roll a check first. I'm going to do a wild swing into the smoke with
Wild
my
swing to the
longsword.
smoke. You think you're gonna hit the right area, but do you hit?
Slash.
No.
No. In that case,
You want to spend
I
a
am
hero
going.
point?
You know what? I've got so many. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's hero point it up and
Yeah.
try and actually connect with this hit. Come on! Huzzah!
That's a hit.
For 11 damage. And then I am going to run into the water with my second action. With
Run.
Ray here. Hey, how you doing?
Yep.
And then I will use my last action to douse the flames.
And it works.
Oh my god! Woo,
Well
woo,
done.
woo, okay, we're
Uh,
doing good. That thing is putting fire on people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here comes your hand
Um,
out.
it's
Hold my
just
hand.
Hold your hands.
So can I have a stealth check, please, from Mirisiel?
Oh, I like this. I like this.
Come on.
Deception. Give me a moment.
That's not me.
Right now, I've got it here.
That's not me.
You see the black figure. You're still on the ground, just like looking at it, and you see the black figure start moving, and then it's burning red eyes. The first time you've really seen it up close,
Oh no.
right in front of your face.
Oh no.
It's realized that you're back.
Ah.
You hate to see it.
Just missed. Okay. Here we go. I'll do one action of him moving, like it's going to move. So at least I'll take one of the attacks. So what do you think, chat? What do you think? Good or bad?
Bad.
I'll let you.
3. I'm down anyway, so why even bother?
Those are different cards than the crits.
This is a crit.
Wait.
Something good.
This is a crit.
That looked like a fail. Crit fail.
No. Green screen. You can't see the green. So yes.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, yeah.
Boy.
So you take damage. I don't think damage is important at the moment, so you're down. it doesn't make any difference how much damage you take. It was a lot, but hey, you still take damage. You're on fire again. And something else. And I've got that. I'm going to have to move your token so I can access it. Because I'm on the edge of my screen. That's not going to work, is it? Okay.
I've got 0 movement too, huh?
No, you've got some movement. You just don't have much.
Poor Mirisiel.
Is she
Not
dead?
such-
Oh,
You've
That's
got,
pretty much what we're asking ourselves.
She stabilized, got kicked out by fire, heroically stabilized, then got kicked in the face.
so
So
you're
that's her full
clumsy
wounds,
too.
though?
Oh, look at that! I got to do that.
Thank you, Polly.
Thank you, Polly.
You've now got a hero point because you didn't have any. So you got the card was hobbled until healed. You are clumsy 2 and take -10 status to all speeds. So it's a bad one.
Oh, no.
So even if you got up and tried to run, you couldn't run far.
I could use all 3 actions to run, and that'd mean...
Oh, that's something we haven't been doing as well. Whoops. Wow, we missed all this. So
What?
because you went down by it, you moved to its initiative order, just above its initiative order. Totally
Right.
missed that. Sorry. So if a creature hits you and you go down by it, you move to its initiative order. Therefore, it gives everyone a chance to get to you before you go down. That's something we haven't done.
Ah.
So for
It's
that,
kinda hard, though.
I'll take 1 wound. Like if you've got multiple wounds, I'll take 1 wound off you. Oh no, we've already got that. I'll give you an extra hero point. Probably the only thing I can do, but then again, you're probably spending hero points to
Yeah,
regain. So
I'm gonna spend all of them to
I know,
revive.
I know. It's your go. Oh wait, it's actually Kyra's go because you've moved to initiative now.
How hurt is my buddy that's actually alive next to me looking?
Looks okay. A little bit of blood.
Just wiping the blood from my cheek.
Okay. Alright, so it's not that bad. I really can't do anything.
You're better than that. Don't talk that way.
Okay. I'll make sure that you can do something. How about that?
Okay.
I'm going to use 2 actions to ready an action to attack if the smoke comes within my range.
Okay. Melee range, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I probably could have moved that one. The second attack didn't need to be. Esren, what are you doing?
Hello. What did the rock stone say? What was its blessing that was promising?
You don't know because you didn't get told.
I don't even know that I know. I think it was just like a vague snippet. Actually, going to be bigger than the wind one.
But for Valeros, for Cranky, it did say
okay.
call upon the earth to gain its strength.
See, okay, I misheard you the first time.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I was planning on doing this anyways.
That's probably not a bad thing to grab. Better than levitating for a little bit.
it was absolutely the best person to actually have it on. If
Yeah,
they
so
know
say
how to
it's,
use it.
it's more of a melee thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It sounds anyway.
All right. Esren, you'll just go for a ray of frost. Make the
Do the flat check.
flat check.
Would you like to spend a hero point because you haven't spent any
Yeah.
on all
Yeah. Spend a fucking
$1.
Ooh.
Doesn't matter.
Great,
Doesn't
thank
matter.
you.
You still get the right area. It's just a flat check.
Yeah,
Not a
come on,
skill.
on a nat 20,
Not a
can't
skill
he
check.
can't he like pick him out exactly?
Not a skill check.
All right. Ray of Frost, max. I need some maxi
You'll have to
damage
hit
right
this
now.
one. You do hit.
Yeah! Max damage, dude!
Let's go! Let's go!
And
And it
for
dies
those on
and it
screen,
explodes,
just want to
right?
point something out here. Weakness to cold.
Oh, yeah.
16 damage!
No. Why do you say 16 damage?
Because, oh, right.
What is
It's not
weakness?
the same. Weakness to cold is double damage, right?
No, it's not.
You take
Weakness
like
to
an
cold is
extra
a
whatever
specific
the
number.
is.
So
Yeah.
you just did 13 points of damage.
I
So
did.
this is 5 weakness. As the smoke dissipates, and we'll put that on. You'll put this onto your screen so you can actually see what you're fighting all this time.
A goblin.
No, a little bit more than that. A cinder rat.
Whoa. Hey, Ray.
So let's give you a picture.
So that's why you ran away.
I just felt. I felt it. I knew it. I told
Felt
you.
the
That's
presence.
evil.
A tiny
Ugh.
little rat. A tiny little rat.
Oh my god, I just realized what happened. This little critter must have nibbled at the freaking orb and got himself some firepower.
Throw it in the water.
Throw it in the water.
I believe we have more pressing matters. And as it rushes over to Mirisiel.
So, for the other game we're doing offline, teaching, we'll just take a break for a moment. The other game, the rat came in and criticaled the mage and took the mage out first. It was the mage that touched the orb. And then essentially every single person that came to try to get that person out got attacked, got on fire, got taken down, and it was just really quickly.
Wow.
It was just
We made the wise decision to leave
To leave
Mirisiel
it.
for dead.
Exactly.
the other part is that if you went to the water, you could take off. You essentially spend your time on the water to get rid of your flames. Easy, done. Otherwise, the flames do have they will go out possibly at the end of each turn. But also, if you're on fire with persistent damage, that happens at the end of your turn. So you can spend your actions to put them out, but it's a flat check. It's a 15 plus, or just 15 plus flat check. So it's not an easy thing because there's nothing you can put towards it unless you're using water, etc. Even helping someone put it out, you're doing the check yourself when you could just do the check yourself instead of helping them. Persistent damage is really bad. Really bad.
That was rough.
Yeah. So instead of doing the rolls, yes, you can stabilize. It's a cantrip, I believe, anyway. You can put the fires out by putting them into the water because it's something you've now learnt. I'm tempted to leave the actual clumsy, but we'll take that off too. Because it does say until healed, and you're healing and whatnot. So we will take a break. And yeah, that was a rat. That's a tiny
Okay,
creature.
hold on. That is way oversimplified.
It was a
It-
fire rat.
it
and
was a
could
spicy
do
rat.
crit
It
every
was a
turn,
rat.
apparently, because I got
It was a-
crit twice.
This is an elemental rat with a hazard.
It actually was elemental plane. It was absolutely that. It was from elemental plane of
Yeah.
fire. But yeah. So you were asking before about like the kobold boss. Kobold boss, I think, was creature 2. This is a creature 3. You're level 1, as everyone in the party. So you can actually take on with carefulness and planning and tactics.
Batman
Up
like
to level 3 and 4.
tactics.
We're
But
not.
they're going to be
We're,
big challenges.
we're not quite on
I've
I
never
was gonna
heard of
say
it.
that's
yet.
like being Batman that's planning for having a backup to your backup. That's a backup to the backup. Like
So it's a tough fight, but you did well. It's just really hard with the persistent damage. It's a nasty creature.
so the key to this type of boss is sacrifice.
or just getting into the water and walking away because it's trapped here. It can't
I
go
felt
into the
fine.
water.
Oh yeah.
By the way,
Which
is the
was
fire orb
hinted
Hey,
at.
look at that. Ray
but didn't-
felt it. Ray was like, no, I know how that works. We just leave.
Or just let Mirisiel die.
No, that's not true because she believed that she was alive. So in my head, like, I saved you. You died on yourself.
So we'll take a quick break, and they can do the healing offline, in that break, so we don't have to do it. And we'll move on and see where we go, because I really like that fight. It's a nasty one.
That was fun.
I will say that I do it a little bit more evil with the smoke, so you can't even see what you're facing. And as the idea is when you come into this room, it then comes out. But why is it going to come out when you can wait for someone to come towards it, which is much better, and that's why it's a little bit more evil. But yeah,
I'm a GM, so I understand. I want to get some attacks in, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
something like
want them
that.
to see it from a distance and then just stay away from it. No. We're having a fight, bud.
or technically on the water, it's still in the room, and it can't get to you. So no, I'm not going to do that. But we'll be back. Stick around. We'll have some more. We'll just turn up the audio from the Elemental Chaos room, which is where they are. That's the name of the room. So see you soon. Hey, we are back. Thank you for sticking around. Just a little bit of chat offline. We're back for part two of Menace Under Atari. And just to point out, if you want to play this yourself or run it for your group, you can extend this adventure with, and I've got to remember what it is, Troubles in Atari, which takes this adventure, which goes from 1 to 2nd level, and my game crash is actually just my audio. So it takes the adventure from 1 to 2nd level, which is the beginner box which we're playing now, and goes from 2nd to 4th level with further adventures in the town above. A nice little one. It arrived this week for me. I haven't had too much of a chance to get into it, but it's a nice little adventure just to add to further on that beginner box experience and to learn through play. So I'm just going to load up my audio a bit more, and that's the absolute wrong button. And we'll jump back in once the audio is there, because once it loads up, it covers people's faces and we can't have that. So let's go to everybody. Hi.
Hey!
Hi, how's it going? We made it.
Yay!
Yeah.
No
we
CBK.
barely made it. Barely.
There.
I mean, y'all barely made it. I thought that. I noticed that I'm not blessed by the earth anymore, though.
No, you're not. Yes, I've taken the bits off because they're for limited time. Now, the party have retreated from the dungeon, went back up to the town, rested themselves, being healed, been given a healing potion for their efforts so far in investigating the menace under Atari, and they are essentially, while you don't get much healing in Pathfinder, you only get one hit point per level of character plus your con modifier. We're just kind of do a reset.
But I'm just amazing with healing people.
Yeah, we're just doing a reset to speed things up. And we head back down. We're in the room in the 2nd level with the barricades to the fountain and the barricades that go down to the water.
So, now that we're back down here after that rest, which way should we go? Now, quarry is probably up ahead with the fish. And to be perfectly honest, I'm very curious about that fountain.
As long as you're staying in the water, I'm happy. To stay away from the rats that ate you alive.
It is a fountain.
Go fountain. Yeah. So I mean, a fountain does seem a little more peaceful than elemental orbs and cinder rats.
Perhaps. We can. Let's be quick about this, though. We've already let this menace stay under Atari for another day. We don't know what kind of blight this unicorn might be spreading.
True.
All right, y'all heard
And,
Grandpa.
evil spreads quick. So, I guess we're going to the fountain.
Apparently so.
A quick peek.
Okay, can I get... What have we got? There we go.
While much of this rectangular
you're not in
chamber
there
is
yet.
in ruins,
I'm not
the
gonna give you
center
that.
contains a fountain of pristine water. With some...
I'm not going to give you that. You have to go in there to get the sound bite.
I will, yeah.
Okay, now I'll do the sound bite. Can I also get... just hold on a moment.
While much of this rectangular chamber is in ruins, the center contains a fountain of pristine water with something glittering at the bottom. In the middle of the fountain is a marble statue of a mermaid, her lips pursed as if she were about to blow a kiss, or maybe whistle. Each corner of the pool has some sort of mechanism embedded in the stones, but the one in the southwest corner appears to be smashed.
So it's not for initiative, it's not for what you think it is. So can I... So Kyra's passive perception is 17. What's... So Mirisiel, did you just roll 10?
Yes.
Okay, so that's your passive perception, which is what I was after anyway. So...
Perfect.
Is that Jason Bowman? Is that included in the Roll20 version? No, we're also using Syrinscape. So we're using the Syrinscape Menace Under Atari, which is actually specifically made for this game, and it has the narrations of it. So welcome in. So Esren, what's your passive perception?
It is 14.
Okay, so passive perception is 10 plus your perception, and the last one is Valeros.
15.
15, not 24.
Oh, wait. Is his passive perception 14 or 4? Because otherwise it'd be 24.
No, passive perception is 10 plus perception. So
Yeah,
if your
that's what I
perception is
mean.
4, then it's 14.
That's
Which
what
is
I'm
what he
asking. Is his perception is 4 or 14?
I'm not going to
No,
assume
my perception is 4.
that
Okay.
a first level character's perception is 14.
That's what I got for soon before I have issues.
It is
Just that
Pathfinder.
good, man.
You can have extreme values like that on things, but Pathfinder 2 doesn't have much extreme compared to that. Okay,
I'm pretty perceptive.
true.
Excellent.
So the terminal's there just so I know your perceptions. That's all I'm using it for. It's not an attack order. That's what it is. So yes, you moved in a little bit. There's a mermaid with lips pursed as if she would blow a kiss or maybe whistle. At the corner of the pool, there's some sort of mechanism embedded in the stones, but the southwestern one appears to be smashed.
I'd like to go over and look into the pool to see if I can discern what the glittering object is.
I cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, something else happened first, because you're a bit late on that one. Not by much, though. Just give me a moment. So, there we go. Corner spray, spin... Okay, so as you move in to have a look at the... Was it the mechanisms, or was it the
pool.
pool itself? Okay.
Because I saw something glittering and rogue sensors activate.
Oh, yes. Alicia, yes. It looks like there's coins in there, but as you're looking down to the coins, the statue spins. And not the head, but the actual statue itself on the plinth spins and starts spraying water at such force that can I have a reflex saving throw for a Mirisiel
Okay.
as it sprays out water.
Ah, critical fumble.
That is also awesome because it's also a basic reflex save, which means that's a critical.
Hate to see it.
As it shoots water at each corner of the pool at such great force that you take with your critical.
Oh no, I'm down. Oh no.
Again, no, actually yes, probably 16 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Again!
Wait,
Jesus
do you?
Christ.
Wow. So I'm looking over, like Ray's looking over his shoulder, like she's fragile. She's like a piece of parchment. She's like a piece of parchment.
Would it be better if I started poking everything first? Maybe my constitution is more hardy.
Maybe I think so. So Ray's gonna grab her by the arm and pull her back while casting Stabilize on her.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Is there magic in this room?
Oh yes, on the magic. No, there's no magic in the room.
Okay. So perhaps just disabling this device.
So stabilize, medical, do the 2d8 healing.
Okay.
You said there's a broken or smashed mechanism here?
Yes, on the bottom corner, there's this broken or smashed mechanism.
Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on the statue as I... do I want to investigate an impact one or an out-impact one?
Did the trap trigger just because Mirisiel got close?
That you don't know.
Or
They seem to
see
target her, but not just her. Anyone in the corner. If you were in the corner looking at one of those mechanisms, you would have been hit because it actually sprayed, turned sprayed, turned sprayed, turned sprayed.
I can't
Ray's
disable a
slapping
trap
her.
with Mage Hand, right? That's too
No.
complicated. If this is just for coin, I don't know if this is worth our efforts right now. Clearly, it's a dangerous trap, and we need to save whatever we can for the unicorn.
Mirisiel is lying on her back.
You know, I'm getting really sick of being knocked out.
I'm getting really sick of having to heal you when you get knocked out. I mean, you know what? We all could do better with things. It's okay.
You know what?
This is on everyone, Maris.
No, this is on me. I'm a rogue. I meant to know not to look into strange mechanical devices. This one's on me.
All right,
Ray
well,
tries to
said
help
I just
you up.
agreed.
Ray's trying to be optimistic for you and help you up. It's okay, buddy. Just please stop.
I think I'm done with the dungeon. You want to go look at the fish now?
Yes. We can come back for the coin.
She goes right here and she looks into the pool.
Hey,
It's like,
let's roll d4.
oh, wait, do what, sir? All right, boss.
As the statue turns around and starts spraying water. This time at Valeros. Can I have a reflex
just
save?
sitting here.
Yeah, Valeros is just sitting there minding your own business.
Thanks a lot, Ray.
I didn't do it.
Reflex?
Wait, no, actually, this one's a specific on target hit, so I actually have to roll to hit.
Oh.
There's different mechanisms going on here,
Hmm.
like different rules for each thing. So because it's an actual attack hit, I'm probably gonna So it misses.
I dodge.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
All right, that
Whoa.
time that was on you, Ray. That was on
No,
you.
you told me to go look at the fish.
I did not
Not these
tell you
fish.
to go
the-
look at the fish.
I'm gonna run and flip the switch. This one.
What?
It's shooting us.
Ah!
It's shooting
got
us. I want it to
hold
stop.
person.
Can I make a reflex save to like try and pull him away from doing the impulsive fighter thing?
The impulsive fighter thing last time worked.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt.
Please,
The fighter's
Can
been
I?
saving everybody.
Gosh.
You can.
Good luck.
Catch me if you can.
Um,
Is this a post?
Silly gingerbread man.
There's no opposed rolls in Pathfinder. When you're rolling against somebody, you're rolling against the stat of them. In this
Okay.
case, because Mirisiel rolled a saving throw to do the grab, it should be actually an attack roll to do the grab. To try to save them, to stop them from moving. But I don't want to have to adjudicate what you do. Either you do it or you don't. I don't mind either way.
Mirisiel kind of like sees Valeroy trying to, run towards the corner, and she's like, both hands on his shoulders, pulls them back. We are not going near that thing. Understand?
Only you're the one that's going down. I don't know what your problem is, but
Yes!
this thing is attacking us.
Exactly.
Also, I just happened to notice observationally that this corner of the room is the only corner that's not collapsed in. And I just instinctually decided that I was going to hit that switch because I don't want to get sprayed anymore.
Yes, but another way to not get sprayed is to not touch it and go out of the room. Please. Odds are I'm going to get sprayed and I'm going to go down again. And I really don't want to go down again.
What's Esren doing during this time?
Esren doing? Not going near the fucking fountain. he's with Mirisiel. He's saying, Valeros, how about I agree that there is possibility here, and the treasure is beautiful, but there is another time for it. We have a mission to do.
I suppose if we can get around the fountain without getting spritzed.
Well, can't we? I believe our best course of action is to go back the other way, towards the smell of fish.
Now hang on a second, Esren. I
Wait,
believe I
isn't there
see.
a hole over there?
I believe I see a hallway over there.
Yeah, there's a hallway.
Does it look
Make
like
our
we
way
can get
coast
around
the wall
to
to
it?
the hall.
Oh, if that's what Valis is going to do. I was going to ask you what are you going to do. No, Kyra, it's not your go. Valis is
Oh,
go.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna.
My
I guess
fault.
I'll. Can I crawl over these rocks without going into the corner of the fountain?
Yeah, you can do that. It's going to be half
end up
movement,
here?
but yeah.
Okay.
Well, minus
And
5 feet for movement to do the crawling.
All right, and
Correcting myself from different systems.
then I'll peer around the corner instead of just stepping right into there.
Okay, well, I'll
Give
give
it
you
a
a...
peer.
There's a door there.
Okay, there's a door there. All right, guys, we gotta.
Okay, that's your action. So we've gone through
Okay.
Mirisel's action, we've gone through Kyra's action, we've gone through Esren's actions, we've gone through Valios's actions. There's an action here. Back at the start. By the way,
Oh, no.
we're now using the turn order as a turn order. I just wasn't going to tell you that. That's why I was asking you specifically in order what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So let's roll a d10, shall we? And roll a d3 in this case.
Oh, please don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
1, 2. Okay, this is different.
It's gonna be hitting me in it.
I said different, not the same.
You're in the hall.
As the statue again spins. Wait, let's actually do this properly, shall we? Yeah, oh no, that's not good. There we go. As the statue
I
spins.
just watched this mermaid
And-
statue spin around.
And then it then shoots out this liquid at sheer force, misses Kyra, but Kyra wasn't the target. It hits Esren.
Oh.
I don't want to say I told you so.
Oh. I believe I said we should deactivate.
So let's do the... There we go. So I've now got it on moving all the time, but you take 5 points of damage for Esren. There we go.
Alright. My robes are gonna get all mildewy now.
Mirisiel, your go. We're now in turn order.
Mirisiel, seeing Esren get attacked, is going to grab him, pull him out of the room and around the corner.
Okay.
So 1 action to grab, 1 action to move,
Yep.
and around the corner, so here.
Okay, done.
And she's going to say, okay, enough of the spraying water. And then lean back in. You two, come on, let's get out of here, please.
Kyra.
Yeah, be right there. What do I see when I look here?
You see a door.
Did the door just open?
No, that's just the
I
background
just heard
sound of
stone. Oh, okay. Does it look like I can slide the door like every other door?
Doors are doors. So until you start trying to work it, manipulate it, I'm not giving you any information.
Cool. So first, because of everything that's going on, I would like to do a perception check to see if there's anything dangerous about the door. Traps, per se, I guess.
My God, actually being cautious. That's a secret roll.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
But that was a good roll.
It was a good roll. It was better than what I rolled. So you don't think there's any traps.
Cool. I'm going to open the door.
You don't even notice the trap right behind you. You open the door. So people watching, this is a thing.
All right. So can I use my final action to close the door? I have 1 action left.
Yep. I'm gonna give a hero point just from that.
It's just like, nope.
I feel like we were so much more cautious last time. Just because we killed a rat doesn't mean we're invincible.
Okay. Esren.
What was in that room?
Don't know. Actually,
We got more.
He just
friends
shouts
behind
into the
door.
room, you know a wizard can't heal, right?
Jeffrey, just
Yeah.
for you, because of what you just did then, you only saw a little bit. I'll move you in. You're not in danger. Just so you can
Okay.
see. That's what you didn't
So-
see.
That's what I didn't see.
You saw
Gotcha.
that. You didn't see
Oh.
the other side. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I turned back. I was like, "They're having dinner. We should come back later. Time to go."
Oops.
Love it. Yeah, you saw one. Only one. But yes.
Yeah, I
Esren,
see one.
back in the other room.
He's just yelling at his teammates, get the fuck out of the room!
Can you like shoot that ray of frost to freeze up the water pressure maybe?
Will that trigger a trap? That might make
You
the room
don't
explode.
know.
I don't know.
You don't know, but the water,
already
the force of the water is pretty extreme. So if that water was ice, that would hurt so much more. DM advice: your actions could cause your death.
No, I think I'm just gonna sit tight. Whatever decisions are made from the other two, that is on them.
Okay, Valeros, you hold a door open and then close.
You good, Bray?
Yeah. He was like eating, and you know, I just closed door closed. Yeah.
Okay, guys, we got company. Oh shoot, I don't even know what. You know what? I'm still on about this fountain being an absolute threat.
Ah, no, don't.
What would you like to do with the fountain? There's a mechanism right there.
There is a mechanism right here, but like, is it the right mechanism? I still want to push that button. I'll stay close to. You know what? No, I'll go on my instinct. I'm gonna I guess since I'm like close enough to this one, I'll activate that switch.
Okay.
And TPK.
It's not a switch, it's more of a mechanism.
What
So-
kind of mechanism?
One which you need to disarm.
Oh, I see.
Can I have a
now.
thievery check, please?
Mm.
Hmm. You know what I'm great at?
Thievery check.
Well, it's not thievery. I know somebody who's good at that. I don't know. I'm not. You know
Okay.
what? I'm not thief heroic. So I was 2.
So with traps, these are open rolls because you know if you don't do it, and you know if you fumble it,
Oh yeah.
and
Because the thing happens, right?
yeah, a thing
Yeah.
happens.
The thing happens.
Not a fumble, but that's one action. So there's 2 actions. You've moved for 1, and you got a second action to try to disarm. What's your third action?
To get behind Ray here. I'm gonna get behind Ray, and just in case there's problems with the door.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
So as you get behind Ray to hide behind the door, what was that roll? The statue starts spinning again
Oh,
and starts moving, and it spins at 360 degrees and then settles back to nothing. It doesn't spray.
okay. Cool.
Anymore?
Mirisiel, what are you doing?
Would Valeros have shouted like, anything to Mirisiel across the room?
That's what I was gonna shout, that these, it looks like a trap and that it didn't spray.
I really don't want to do that. But she's gonna pop the cork on the healing potion because, she needs the health. She's at 6 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
And drink that.
We're going to TPK from the fountain. Wow.
That's one. That's one action, right?
That's an interact action. Yep.
And then I am going to move over to this corner. One here, right? How much hit points do I get from the potion?
It's a D8.
D8.
2. Not good.
Not good, but it's still more than you had.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, you move to there. There's
And
a
then-
mechanism under.
Thievery check to mechanism.
Thievery check, please.
Come on.
Ooh.
You didn't fail. So I say you didn't critically fail, but you didn't pass either.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all
You
my
got an
actions.
F, but you didn't get an F minus.
Yep. Okay, Kyra. Sorry, Ra. You gonna
He's
open the door?
Hmm.
He's like,
I got your back.
all right. So there's little guys on the other side of the door, right?
So one.
I'm gonna cast a spell. Like I'm talking to Valeros. So I'm like, hey, so you know what? You can open the door, right? Right? And I'm just gonna shine the holy light, a Sarah ray on them. And hope for the best.
I like this plan. You shine your light, I'll charge in, and we'll take them out.
I'm holding my action until after him.
Excellent.
Okay. You can actually just delay if you wish.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm going to delay until after Valeros.
So holding action takes actual, or you can just delay.
Right. Okay, delay.
So I'll just move you to, say, I reckon Esren be 15. Does that work?
Where did you? No. It's fine.
I don't
Yes, what's
There we go. Okay. Unless we've missed anyone, I think it's Valos's go, but I think we might have missed someone.
Esren. You put Esren below.
Yeah.
Valeros.
We'll do 16. There you go, Esren. I don't know.
Esren will just hang his head and slowly walk over to the doorway and just lean up against the wall and say into the room, I will let all of you drown in here before I spend a single spell slot.
That's okay. I think we're going in. I think we're skipping this.
Oh, you guys are going into that room.
We are going into that room, and we are.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're taking out.
So I thought you guys found like another secret door.
I found another door.
Nope, just a regular door.
Well, then he hangs his head and walks 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then 1, 2, 3,
That's an extra 5 foot of going through the rubble.
4, 5, so he gets there.
I'm gonna die, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna die.
I thought you'd be used to it by now.
Right? At least it's not by us.
Yeah, he doesn't really have anything else to do. So yeah, he'll just post up against this wall and be sad
I like
about
how
it.
you just like scratch your head like, God, this is actually happening.
Okay.
Oh, but God, save me.
Valeros, it's your go.
I've had a change of thought here. Ray, so sorry. What if I were to? Because in order to go into the room and actually like hit anything, I'm gonna have to have you open the door to have enough time to do that. So what I'll instead do offer to have you open the door on your turn, while my reaction to that would be charging in with a sudden charge to attack the nearest person. What say you?
Say less. She opens the door.
Well, I guess, yeah. I start my... Can I still start my sudden charge, I guess? Do I have to have an actual, like, final location before I start this sudden charge, or can I continue?
No, you don't.
Okay. So in that case,
But you can see more than he could.
Yeah, that's a problem. And I
Plus
rush
it's
forward
within
towards the
sound range.
problem, and I shoot. That sucks. All right.
Yeah, now you can see more problems.
Yeah. So okay. I have to make my attack on this fella right here. With my longsword at the end of my sudden charge. Oh, sweet.
That's a critical.
That damage.
24 points of damage.
And then
And
I scream back
Critical
into the
card?
room.
Critical card?
No, it's not natural.
It was a 9, yeah, fighter 19.
And for my final 2 actions, I will Divine Lance at the one right behind him.
Oh, that's right. Now
That
you can
one.
also see the others because the new light move into the room. That's a miss.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's my turn.
Okay.
And I guess we'll scream out. We got 4. At least. Possibly more.
You're right with the at least.
I can see a corner of something.
Okay, so that's 2. That's all your actions, and that's all your actions. So that's, I think, all the actions.
Yeah, that's all. That's our 2.
That's
Yes.
okay. Back in the fountain.
Yeah, I'm gonna die. I'll die.
Can we just metaphysically transfer this damage to Valeros and Ray?
The thing is, I tried, but I missed Valeros. Okay, this is good and bad, but in so many ways. Let's see. Who wants to be high? Who wants to be low? Between Esren and Mirisiel.
I'll have the rogue call it.
Hello?
So Caffee's low. If it goes low, it doesn't hit Cafe.
What?
Okay, it doesn't hit Cafe if it goes low, so it's going high. As in, it's going to be Esren which it hits.
Hello, me.
As
I'm
the
not too
statue
happy
moves,
about that, but
and it moves past Mirisiel, and then goes to the top of the room and just starts spraying left and right. Can I have a basic reflex save, please, from Esren?
I do my best.
That is a pass. You take only half damage.
You only take 30 points of damage.
That's later. You only take 4 points of hit damage. It was 8 after 4. As Mirisiel, it's your go.
Okay, so not messing with any of that. She's gonna use 2 actions to that's 30 and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Move into the back corner.
I'll
Oh.
do this as well. Give me a moment. I've also got to put them onto the turn order. Now they're here.
What range do I have on my dagger? 30 feet?
30.
Yeah. They're outside of it. I am going to throw my dagger at the one directly in front of me. For my final action.
Okay, so we have initiative. It's 17 initiative. Okay, so you're throwing dagger to which one?
This one.
Okay, it hits for 3 points of damage. Thank you for the dagger. Thank you for the donation. There we go. Esren, your go.
All right. Esren, same. He kind of looks bored going into this combat. Just like, all right. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. So he'll go there, and he'll throw a ray of frost at the one that's already hurt.
Okay. And now out of the fountain, we can do the combat. And ray of frost, the one that's already hurt, 6 points of damage, as it is a hit, killing. The traps you guys struggle with, but with the kobolds, you just kill them so quickly.
Yeah.
Including their bosses.
There better be something good in this treasure chest.
Kyra, you'll go.
Alright, so I will, since he's still alive, I will actually use Divine Lance at that one.
The one straight above.
Yes.
That is a hit, 6 points of damage.
Alright, and then we'll end my turn.
Could move more into the room.
Oh, do we want a description of the room, shall we?
Oh, yes.
I know it's a bit belated because it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
The door opens. The smell of rotten fish and mold wafts out. On the west side of this vast room is a large table with benches on either side.
We'll do it again. That way you can hear properly.
As the door opens, the smell of rotten fish and mold wafts out. On the west side of this vast room is a large table with benches on either side. Old food scraps, dirty knives, and broken plates cover the table. Off to the east side, burrows have been dug into the wall to make small sleeping chambers filled with straw mats. This must be the kobold's warren.
Now that's out of the way. Let's get back to the combat. So,
I haven't heard the word Warren before.
well, never heard Warren? 10. Yeah.
Eric's, I expected. Warren.
Have you
They're like little bunnies.
you've done your spell, like, what else? Any movement? Jeffrey?
Say again, sir? I'm sorry.
Any movement? You've got one
No.
action.
I actually was standing right there. Yeah.
You can move. You've got one action. Or you can do anything else.
Oh, I know that I can't attack because my attacks is horrible. we've seen this.
Anything helps.
So I mean, I'll actually.
Well, you move.
Since
You've
I'll come
done your
outside
spell, and you've got some movement.
there.
Okay.
I move there.
Valeros.
All right, I can see that the one in front of me is injured, and I've clocked 2 to our left, to our right here. So I'm going to sudden charge. There. You guys got this one.
Oh, there's more?
Oh, there's more. I don't think this is it either. And then I'm going to make my attack on this one for my longsword attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
18 is a hit.
Next.
Hasn't killed it though.
I'm going to make my next slash against it. Bring it back. Yeah, against it. Same one. Same one. Oh my gosh! Can I hero point that? I'm gonna.
Then do it.
That
You're
looks
getting low.
bad.
I've got you down to 1 left. And you still missed. Fantastic.
So
You got the
exact
pretty
same.
much everything.
Pretty much everything.
Oh.
Okay.
Man.
Well,
So-
I'm in a good position still. I'm
Yeah.
happy with
So
that.
the one that's like they're both staying there, and one of them ducks down and pulls up a sheet.
Oh,
That's an interact, so you do get an attack of opportunity.
yes.
Come on.
Ah!
As he pulls up the bed
Yeah.
covers, you see through it and you slush through and you get him before he pulls up the bed covers. That's a critical.
Nice.
As the bed covers float down.
Just imagine he slashes
bloody.
right through the sheet, like shink. Oh no,
not-
my bed
it's-
sheet.
This
It's
one,
not a shield.
this one to the top. You say it's not a shield, but they have a layer action here called bed
Oh.
cover,
Really? Oh my god, that's awesome.
which is what he was trying to pull off. But it is technically an
How did
interact.
you up?
This one runs over to the chest, spends a second action to open up the chest, and third action pulls out something from the chest. So that's all 3 actions. The one above you, or the one next to Valeros, pulls up the bed sheet. You've used your reflex. You've used that action.
Yes, I have.
So he pulls up his bed covers and he attacks you from behind it. It's very hard to see where he is because he's hiding behind his bed covers. Because that's a lair action.
Cute.
It's a kobold version of a lair action.
I like it.
Let's see.
Just imagine the picture of him holding up. You can't see me.
It's exactly
It's
like
like
that.
that. It's like that video of someone tricking the dog. Wait for it.
It's like, oh,
So
I'm
he
sorry.
misses. So the one here misses. And then we have... Who else we have here? This one. Move down to the now open chest. It can pick out something from the chest, and it can now throw something from the chest.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I think it's going to have to be Kyra because it's just range is a thing. Where am I? Dice roller.
I love those little screams.
Oh. It is an attack action.
Critical fumble.
This is the opposite of how the other group got on. So, Kyra, Jeffrey, what would you like? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
In the middle it is. So we don't get to use these, but spell or bomb. In this case, it's absolutely spell dependent and doesn't affect.
Okay. Nice.
So it
I
does
was
nothing.
really hoping he would drop it and it explode.
It's a spell or bomb, like usually on the thing, but that one is just spell. There's nothing that is applicable to bomb at all. So he throws what it is. It splatters on the ground. We'll just say behind you there, and oil starts spreading on the ground there. Fountain trap, unless you're going back into the fountain, does nothing. Kobold is dead. It's now Mirisel's go.
I mean, you know what? I am going to step around this goo using a stride. Go up to this kobold, pull out my dagger, throw it into the one directly across from me.
Okay. So that's an interact to take it out, another third action to throw. Go for it. That's a miss.
Oh well.
Close, but
That's
that's
the
a
end
miss.
of my turn.
Esren. Back of the room.
Esren can't see much, so he's going to move up a little bit to try to see more. And he'll be real angry about it, but he will cast Magic Missile.
Which ones?
He will throw one at the hurt one.
And then 2 at the top one?
I'm contemplating whether or not I want to send one over to the one Valeros is fighting.
Just to annoy?
He's got it. What am I free about? It comes up after me. Yeah, I'll throw one to the one Valeros is fighting, one to the one directly in front of me, and then one to the one back.
Okay, so 1 each. So first one is the closest one to you.
Yes. Oh, yes. No, I can cast
Click your
it.
spell, yep.
Oh, nice!
Does 5 points of damage. Second one, the unhurt one next to the chest,
Sure.
does 3 points of damage. And
Hey.
Nice!
Well,
so you got max damage on the ones which had 1 or 2 hit points.
Yeah.
It happens. But
hurt my
you
soul.
took out 2. Kyra.
Alright, so I will aiming for this guy over here.
That's a hit.
Is it a critical?
Nope. Close though.
It's dead either way.
But it's dead.
Light Sarah Ray shines upon you all.
There you go.
That.
All of them.
That's all of them.
Oh, that wasn't so bad. I
So
mean,
we're out of combat?
Hey,
Out of
you
combat.
didn't die this time. Or I mean, you didn't get hurt this time.
yeah, I didn't get hurt. Goes
so
over,
happy
pulls
about
out the dagger. Sink.
Me and Mirisiel, I believe, are a little beaten up, though. Ray, if you could spare the healing.
Like to look in this.
Is it
chest.
just her that's hurt? Or because I see you have a bright green and
Yeah, my token doesn't update all that much, but I'm only at 7 hit points.
okay, Velios looks like he's like hurting.
I have not taken any damage.
Wait, is Espen
Okay.
at 7 hit points? That's a bit of a change in colour.
Okay,
You gotta
then
change
I'll
it on
use-
the token.
Yeah.
It won't do it if you do it on your sheet.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
not. A,
Oh,
for some reason,
gotcha.
this
There we go.
specifically isn't updating. If you do the sheet, it's not updating the token. Yeah, and the token's the one that does the color change. But there.
Gotcha.
So you look through the. Instead of healing, of course, you go for the loot. Go for the chest. Inside the chest holds a bolt of fine silk cloth, a painting of an adventure on a horse, a sack filled with 20 20 silver pieces, a crystal decanter of an old sour wine, 1 jar of oil. There's another jar on the body right next to it, which he dropped when he got killed. A feather token. A feather token and a healing potion.
Nice.
I'm not going to go. There's a mysterious potion. Well, yeah.
Is there what's a feather token?
Well, that's something you might have to identify. It's something you don't know.
I will identify.
The medical check Vic was good, so do you do 2d8. Identify, let's see if Esren...
You already did the 2d8, so I'm guessing because I've already had a medicine check, so
Yeah.
Esren's getting the 6 hit points.
Oh, I was doing that. Oh,
Remember,
yeah.
you already got me up before.
I thought that was before the rest that we had.
Yeah, we have rested a day. And then come back in the morning.
Yeah.
To venture forth again.
Mm.
So the feather token, it's actually of like a ladder feather token. You can interact with this vibrant, colorful bird feather and make it grow larger by transforming it permanently into a 20-foot ladder. So,
What a
semi-useful.
random thing that is. Okay.
Right.
I mean, it is a kobold.
Sure.
They're short. Yeah.
It's a feather that turns into a ladder, of course. We've all seen one.
Oh, I
That's
did
too
not.
much.
Yep.
Yeah, one less.
Let's see.
Okay.
Well then.
So,
Thank you very much, Ra.
I will
Appreciate
talk, we'll say just a little bit here, just a little bit of a break. So they do have, like in this section, they do have lair actions. The bed cover, they hold up the bed cover and fight from behind it, gives them an extra +1 because they're hiding, which is just such a kobold thing. If they were still around on the table and not just killed before they could actually attack. They have food fight as another lair action. They can throw food at people to give them -1 status penalties if they hit.
That's so cool.
And the oil. The oil's the fun one. They have to go to the place, open it, which takes 2 actions, and then pick up, which takes another action, like the chest that is. But when they throw it, essentially, if you get hit, you get covered in oil, and movement becomes very, 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 very hard.
Question: the goblin in front of me didn't throw his oil bottle. May I
So
pick
there's
that
2.
up?
Yeah.
May I pick that up?
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna grab the one that's in the chest. You said there's another one, right?
Yep. So there's 2 total.
I also want to grab that silk. It just looks neat.
Yeah, it's a bolt of silt. You can sell it.
Cool.
Money.
And then there's a painting in there as well, the man riding a horse.
Yeah, you don't think it's really high quality. It's sellable, but not very much. Yeah. But is that the menace that's been terrorizing the food stores?
Mm.
Do you want
Yeah.
I
to
didn't
go
see
up
a
and
unicorn.
claim your prize?
I don't think we're quite yet done here. That shell came from something in here, and there's no way kobolds would have been able to make that big a hole.
And I actually,
No.
This.
I think we
agree.
should
I actually
continue
see
further.
this.
Yes, there's a crack in the wall.
Oh, well then.
Oh, okay. Everyone,
Peer through.
Esren, he's like Mirisiel is like stopping you from going any further.
I can see some more creatures up ahead. They appear to be goblins.
Kobolds.
It's not a unicorn.
It's not a unicorn now.
So back to Valeros. Valeros, you can see through. Looks like the wall here is very thin and looks like someone's been clawing at it or digging through. And through the rubble, you get this stench of fish, of stale fish and sweat.
It smells like the room that was beyond the other barricade to the north. I call them over here to this area. Be like, hey guys, that rotten fish smell is still coming from over here through this crack, and it smells sweat too.
Do you
The
think
fish
we could
smells sweat.
break through the wall?
Does it look like something we could squeeze through?
Not
Or-
squeeze through. You could break through it.
break through it.
All right.
Would we need something to break through it, or is it just like kind of rubble that we would just athletics break through?
It's an athletics check.
Okay.
It's a smash through type check.
I will leave this to my compatriots. Do we smash, or is there somewhere else that...
Well, up ahead I saw some goblins, so we can get into another fight and possibly go through here.
Goblins aren't what we're looking for.
Well, you said fight, though?
I love
There
your
is a
face.
fight ahead.
Your face went with
I've been
the
doing
words
pretty
so
good at those.
It's a fight.
I'm not good at skills. I'm good at fights.
Valeros, there is a fight ahead of us, and a much bigger and more glorious one. We can leave the
All
goblins.
All right, we'll leave the goblins.
This time.
I will. Does somebody want to assist me in knocking down this wall?
Ray, how about you?
It's one person
Alright.
job in this.
Oh.
Oh, just
I
one
was about
person.
to
Okay.
jump in.
Um,
I was about to drop kick it.
because of
Just
the
run up
fight.
and
Well,
drop kick.
hold on. Let me explain what's required before just throwing out dice rolls.
Mhm.
So it will be an athletics check.
Okay.
Only one person can get to it because it's just like it's a small area. Only one person can get to.
Okay.
So do an athletics, please. Whoever is willing to do it.
Oh God.
Do a better athletics check, please, because
I
that did
will
not
do
do it.
Athletics check. There you go. There's your better one.
There we go. So after one bang and just like, no,
Ugh.
that's not how it's done.
No, wait,
You-
hold on. Let me readjust. Okay, now.
And then you bang again. It's the stamps. The dun dun boom, dun dun boom, dun boom. Hmm? Sorry, I was watching Last Crusade last night, Indiana Jones.
Nice.
Wait for it.
So you bang through, and let's open this up. There we go. You bang through. That smell of fish and sweat is overpowering now. It's really, really strong.
Ooh.
Ugh, that
All
smell.
right.
Saving throw, please.
Me?
Yes.
Yes, because I moved.
Kind of warned
Which
you.
kind?
Fortitude.
Which kind?
Fortitude. I was
Let
trying
us
to warn
stay.
you. Let's see. Is that enough?
If that's not, I might just crap my pants.
Well, it's not that. It's not crapping pants.
Okay.
It's a... Okay, so the stench is overpowering, but you
Oh.
fight it off.
Okay. Oh, guys, cover your
What about the sheets
cover
in
your
the
mouth
beds?
before you come in here.
Are they like really dirty as well, or are they relatively clean?
They're kobolds. What do you think?
Yeah. Okay, fair point. What about the bolt of cloth in the?
The silk? You'll be dirtying the cloth and therefore ruining the value. Which one?
Well, like,
But either way.
I mean,
Valis, you move. What would you
I'll-
like to do?
Well,
I mean-
I can kind of peer something ahead, so I'm gonna like kind of signal a quiet as well to everybody, like do a little.
Oh.
And if we plug our nose, will that give us a bonus to the save?
How many hands do you need to cast?
Well, I only need one to hold on to my staff as I walk through the hall, right? What if I cast Ray of Frost and I freeze my nostrils shut?
That might hurt.
Your actions may result in your character's loss of health.
That sounds painful.
Was there anything in there?
So, I think.
Yes,
Mirisiel's
I'm
gonna-
sorry. I try to signal two.
Yeah.
Two.
Right. Mirisiel is going to go back to the chest, grab the bolt of cloth, then come back to here, grab the sheet from the bed, and like kind of almost combine them so that the sheet is touching the cloth, ruining it, of course, but making a mask where the silk is touching the face, but the cloth is surrounding the silk.
See, I don't think, although this came out last year, I don't think this was planned, like, for COVID. Now everybody can make masks.
All right,
Genius.
touche.
Check out our
touche.
merch store, where we actually sell masks.
Oh.
Shameless plug on top of it.
Of course.
Can I make a mask?
Do a craft check.
Craft. Crafting. That's pretty good.
Whoa.
Silk mask. Sorry, silk and cobalt sheet mask.
There we go. You're destroying both the substances, and
Yeah.
you don't know
obviously.
how much you're going to. Yeah. It's gonna,
Yeah, like I want to make masks for all four of us, essentially.
Well, that'd be 4 of those.
Esren will attempt to help. He has a good crafting.
Valeros, what are you doing? You can see.
Yeah, I can see 2 creatures, and is this a downward?
It's a downward, like just a downward slope. It's not going to be anything that's more like it's not going to be a climb or anything athletics. It's just going to be just a slight bit level that goes down a little bit.
Okay, I would like to, I guess, try and sneak and see if I can get a better look at what they are.
Hang on a sec, Valeros. We're making masks. It will
Oh.
help you in the room.
Okay. Then
Your nose.
I will delay my action until I have a mask.
Okay. Well,
Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I do still want to. Am I able to like try and actually see what these things are from here?
you can do a seek.
A seek. Okay, I will do a seek, which is a perception.
That's me doing perception.
Oh, right.
Secret roll.
Well, thank God. Thank God.
That's okay. I can go lower than that by 7.
Try not to.
Okay, so you don't like you can initially see 2 creatures. You believe that there's actually 3.
Ooh.
And I'll give you a picture of them so you can get a better idea because gotta love pictures.
Yeah.
And they're a white-skinned creature. And there's 3 of them. They seem to be arguing over a piece of meat in front of them. And
Guys,
there's the picture.
guys, there's zombie lizards over there arguing about meat. Whatever you're doing, do it quick.
All right. So I finish making up the masks and give them to each player. Oh, and Esren got a crit.
Good mask.
You got some masks.
A very
More
good
silk than
masks.
sheep.
Okay,
Which mask is my mask?
don't care. You've got masks. Let's go.
I mean, it's a crit, so the one
All right.
styled with flowers. The one styled with flowers.
You've all
Alright.
got the same piece of, unless you like, yeah, you
You
don't.
guys ready for this?
Yeah, tying
Okay.
the mask around.
All right.
Can
COVID
I
just
sneak
ruined it.
ahead?
You can try.
All right,
all
I
about
would
that.
like to try and sneak ahead, please.
And private roll.
There's 3. 3 zombie lizards.
Okay, you think you're sneaking. Would you like to re-roll that with a hero check? With a hero?
No,
Okay, it's up to you.
I am going to attempt to get behind this rock here.
Okay.
Do they see me?
They don't. They seem preoccupied with arguing.
But I'm going to follow suit, sword in hand.
Oh, can I have a check, please?
For me?
Yes.
Or... Oh, but mask?
Yes.
Okay. So, fortitude.
I'll give you a plus to it, but
Okay. Ah, damn.
not that much of a plus.
Hmm.
So the wretched stench, it is really bad. You take a -1 status penalty to all checks and DCs, and -1 status penalty on all checks and DCs until you use the retch action.
Don't retch in here.
Yeah. So you have to spend an entire action retching to not get that minus.
Oof. Do I have to do that every turn?
You don't know.
She's just gonna hold her breath for now, and so she can see this thing.
Come on, let's get this grip.
Right.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm gonna throw a. I'm gonna wait till I can see Veroy in like the here, and then I'm going to throw my dagger at it.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to signal to the other. Oh, sorry.
yep. What is anyone else
I'm
doing?
signaling to the other two that we're going in. There's 3. Let's do it. Sudden charge into the room. And I'm going to.
Do they want to do anything before you charge into the room?
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
Does they have Kyra first?
No.
Okay. Riley, what are you going to try to do anything before going to the room?
No. Just getting ready to follow Valeros in.
So that's none for Esren, none for Kyra. Jeffrey, there's nothing you can think of?
No, sir.
Okay. You do that charge then. I just didn't want to trigger that before going in.
Yeah.
Or giving everyone a chance.
Okay.
All right. So do
sudden
I
charge.
trigger my sneak attack dagger at the thing?
Well, charge, do your sneak attack dagger. They're flat-footed. If you're doing sneak attack dagger, flat-foot is a thing. So Mirisiel, you actually miss,
Ooh.
even with flat-footed. Valeros, flat-footed. You can do your attack,
Slice.
and you hit.
Okay. And then, do I have one more action, or is that just a?
I'm just doing that as a surprise, and we'll do the whole
Okay.
initiative order.
Gotcha.
From there. We're not following how it's supposed to be done, but we're just trying to clean up.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's always great.
Critical, humble.
So you've had quite a few nat ones this game.
Yeah, I have.
It's almost as if it's a random thing.
I just have bad luck apparently.
Okay, so Valis, it is your go again.
All right, I am going to continue my assault of this feller and slash him with my longsword.
That's a hit.
Yeah. And do it again. There's no reason not to. Because he's still alive. There it is. Oh. No,
That's not a hit.
probably not. Yeah.
Anything else? That's only 2.
No, I think I will. You know what? Yeah, shoot my shot, right?
Yep.
I'm not going to move, so. 3. Ah!
That's a 9. Okay,
Oof.
so we go to Kyra, to Ray, at the back.
Alright, so I'm going to 5, 15, 20.
As soon as you get past those boulders, fortitude save. It just so happens that boulders is the actual range of it.
Gotcha. Alright, so I'm going to do a divine light.
Fortitude save.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Okay. You fight it off. And the divine lens hits the closest one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So doing 6 points of damage. And that's multiple actions done.
That's all 3 actions.
Yep.
All right. Esren will. Can he stand there about? Get
Hiding.
a shot.
Oh, I did not mean to click that.
Yes, you did.
No, I meant I was trying to.
Okay. Fortitude check.
Fortitude, yep, and then do your attack. With -1.
Yes, I will throw a Ray of Frost with a -1.
That's not enough.
Nope.
Okay. Now, problem is, they were arguing. They don't have weapons with them. They pick up a weapon. That's one action. They move. That's a second action, and then they attack. So you can assume what's going to happen when this one picks up a weapon. This one here. Yeah. So
Bring it on.
So one attack only with club. I don't know whose that was. No, that's not that one yet. The
sorry.
reaction's not yet, but it will be. If that is, you're still alive.
Okay.
Let's go with magic number 3.
Number 3, end one. It is a bludgeoning weapon. You are stupefied. 3 until healed.
Oh,
You're stupid.
Stupefied does.
yeah. What's stupid?
You can look it up in the
Does that say, yeah.
conditions. Stupefied conditions. Here we go. Bring it up now. So, your thoughts, your instincts are clouded. You, stupefied always includes a value. You take a status penalty equal to your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. So all your intelligence, charisma wins, and wisdom, intelligence, wisdom, charisma rolls are -3.
Okay.
Because you got knocked on the head badly.
Oof. Okay, concussion.
And that's its go. Now this one picks up a weapon, and now you can attack it.
Okay, now.
This one picks up a weapon, and you can attack it because of your reaction.
One sword.
That hits.
Sweet.
6 points of damage. Still alive. Now it tries to hit you, and because you're right next to it, it can do 2 attacks. So let's get this working. Ah, really? We'll do the first one first. 1, 2, or 3. The opposite deck.
3. We'll make him suffer the
3.
same fate as I did. The fate of 3.
Melee. Why? Pick a number between 1 and 8.
1 and 8. 7.
Okay.
Wish I had
You picked poorly. Because he's now in range, and the second attack does hit. So 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
Yep.
So what was the card?
Oh wait, we also missed out. You took 18 points of damage from the critical, by the way. We forgot to include that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm down.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
that's right. Can't be fooled. You got a critical. You're dumb. That's that one.
Yeah.
Now it's the third Yugoloth. If you don't know what Yugoloth is, they're actually also named troglodytes. So it picks up a weapon. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you hid, and you beat its stealth, but it's kind of right next to you, so it's going to be a 50-50. But you can't hide when you're in plain sight like that. It's going to be high for Kyra, low for you. It's Kyra, so let's attack Kyra. And let's do the card. That's a miss. Okay, Mirisiel, you're not backstabbing.
I'm gonna step, attack this one.
Or
Are you going to risk an attack of opportunity?
Oh, I'm stepping though.
Okay, 5-foot step. Yes, you can. Good. Yes.
And I'm attacking that guy.
To the north.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm getting to it.
Miss.
And then I'm going to feed the potion to Valeros.
That's an interact.
Oh.
And do they have an attack of opportunity? No. So, Valeros, D8 health, and you're back.
Ooh.
And you're stupefied. Your headache has gone because you got healed.
Awesome.
Nice.
Though
Okay.
you're not there, you are, I believe, here in the initiative order. Because it was this one that took you down. Yep. So you are. So it's not your go. You're at 15. Because when you got taken down, you then moved to their initiative order. Just beforehand. Kyra, your go.
Alright. And my anger just. How is he looking right now when he's back up? Is he still bloodied or did he heal?
My face is so smashed. My face is so smashed. I'm peering through black eyes, man.
Damn it. So bright light, or a bright glow of light just shines off of her, and she just heals him for 14 points.
The big one.
Got it. That's a big one.
That's using 2 actions. And the final action will be to. Can I stand here or no?
You can, yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll take a step there.
So giving flanking.
Yes.
Okay, Esren,
All right.
gonna cast a spell.
Yes.
A bonus scroll.
Oh no, this one is coming in for flanking too. Oh no.
Oh gosh. Okay.
That's just burning the scroll.
Oh, yeah. I guess I have to spend some spells here. These are some tough guys.
You can use the scroll. You still have that.
I know. I still have Arcane Bond.
Last
so
combat. Let's do it.
All
We don't
right.
have time to do more, but
Yeah. All right. Then yes. If this is the last combat that we're doing tonight, I was going to talk about that because
yeah, and I'm
I'm
getting
passing out.
late. That's what I'm trying to carry it.
Yes. Then I will. I'll step forward and I'll do Shocking Grasp actually, and I'll attack the one that's right there in between those two.
Nice.
So it's a touch. So I try to grab him and electrify him.
So do your touch attack. You are -1 though.
Oh, that's right. You have to vomit.
Yeah. Unless you vomited. That's a miss.
Oh.
That's the problem with
Right.
touch attacks.
Do you got any hero points left?
You want to do a hero point?
I do have hero points. Yes.
Use them or lose them.
Wait, a 17 is a 16 is a miss.
So we'll use the second one because you did roll twice and may as well. With the -1,
Oh.
we'll just take the second one.
Okay.
With the -1, it hits.
Okay.
And we'll take the first damage. Oh no, because it was a reroll. So 15 points of damage. That's a nasty, nasty spell.
This is.
Doesn't take him out.
Compared to the D&D version, which is just a cantrip.
Oh yeah. The
It's
spells are
electric.
very different and not really what you're used to, especially in D&D. And cantrips are really powerful too. So that's yours. You've moved. You've done everything. We're at the Jogoloth. Let's try to. I'm not going to move. I'm tempted to, but I'm not going to. That attack of opportunity. And I can get 3 attacks this way. So an 18 is a miss. But the 23 is a hit. 6 points of damage, and the third attack is a miss.
On me, I'm assuming.
Yes, on Valeros. Yes, of course it's on you.
Okay, 10. Okay. 6 points of damage.
Yep. Now it's your go.
Alright. I'm gonna look at the dude that put me down and like, is that what you got? Is that what you got? And I'm talking through puffy lips and then I swing my long sword at him. Take him out.
That's a take
That's
out.
all you got, man.
Go down. And then I turn around to the guy who just attacked me. What, you want some too? Let's do it! Attack number 2.
Nope. Try for 3.
Hero point.
You know what? You know what?
Hero point.
I was about to say I'm rolling my hero point at my last hero point at this guy for my second attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 points of damage.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
All right, that's number 3. Nat 20. Not nat 20, but
That's a hit.
maybe. Yes.
Nice.
He's still there.
I'm not playing.
He's still there. This thing just won't die.
That's
These are
okay.
hardy fuckers.
We're good. I still have my torch.
I still have my
Okay, first attack
is my
on the mage. 17. Takes 9 points of damage.
All right, I'm gutted, but I'm alive.
Okay, that's one. Let's try it again.
Gutted.
There's another
Second,
attack.
oops, sorry, that's the one done. I gotta fix that one. Click the right one this time. The second one is a miss. The third one,
Oh
I'm gonna
god.
do it.
What's the threshold for amount of damage that kills me outright?
oh, it's huge.
Okay, because I'm at
Yeah.
4.
No,
So,
it's compared to your max.
Okay,
It's not compared to what you currently earn. It's compared to your max.
perfect. Let's go for 1.
Cool.
1 done.
By the way, it's 20 points of damage.
Yeah, I know, I'm done.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay,
Which
and
one?
you also deafened.
Moot point.
Yeah, moot point. There we go. Mirisiel.
No! Esren, you bastard! Chink. I attack her. It.
Yeah. Miss.
Attack it again.
Miss.
What?
Yeah, get those attack rolls up.
Wow, man. I got into this
Hit.
fucking position for nothing.
Again.
You're not ignoring this.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
You naughty.
Yeah, you whiffed hard.
1.
He's like, you can't just keep on rolling. Like, yeah, it happened.
Oh, I didn't notice that was a critical.
Okay, how are you attacking with the third one when your weapon has flown away?
I guess I attack him with the short sword?
You have to draw that.
Okay.
The
Good
weapon is
So
sticking up.
use action draw.
The weapon's sticking up there.
At least I didn't critical myself.
True, you're still alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Kyra.
Sure.
Alright, you
Jeffrey?
just see her just kind of just grab the energy out of the air. Light particles just blast forth.
With the flanking, it's a hit. That's a heck of a lot of damage.
Nice.
And then for my final action.
On who? It's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh yeah, that did it.
Oh, never mind. Oh, actually, for my final action, I'm going to heal our mage and bring him back up.
Healing spell?
Yep. One action. And you heal for 5.
There you go.
Take 5. Thank you. very much.
Which means you'll go. Like, actually, no, it should be. You, this is one thing
Dead,
I don't do.
So...
But it's your go on 14, so it's this one's go. It's one thing as the GM, I'm not cognizant about yet. I really need to be. Yes, you move your initiative.
No, I'd totally blank on that too.
So Yogoloth, it's only got one target. Let's try.
Still standing.
1, 2, 3. Come on, 3 criticals.
Still standing. No.
You're still standing. You take 8 points of damage only.
Still standing.
I am still
Still
standing.
standing. Yeah.
No,
But
no,
I'm-
the song.
I'm just as bloodied and bloody faced as I was before, though. So
got more hit
All
points
I'm
than you.
imagining is Rocky. Like,
that's exactly what I've been doing this whole time. Like, what are you trying to do here? Huh?
There we go.
All right, I'm gonna swing my sword. Yeah.
that's a critical.
That's it. Gone.
Nice.
Woo. And then I just fall to one knee and take a breather, lean against the wall. Woo. Oh God. Okay, this place reeks.
Wow.
Yes, it does. There's the axe on the floor.
So the place
That
does
is
reek.
disgusting.
Now, we'll do a wrap up. And we can do it, well, an automatic wrap up here. If it works.
Triumphantly, you return to the surface to tell Tamily Tandervale of your adventure. Although terrified to learn what danger
surface
was tell Tamily
There's a delay.
Tandervale of your adventure.
Let's do it without the delay. Okay, there's about a 10-second delay.
Triumphantly, you return to the surface to tell Tamily Tandervale of your adventure. Although terrified to learn what danger was lurking beneath her fishery, she is relieved to hear that you have put an end to this menace. In the coming days, word spreads throughout Otari of your exploits, and not soon after, others come to you seeking help in solving their own troubles. It seems your adventures are far from over. But that is a tale for another day.
That's a tale for this.
Hey.
Yeah.
And you thought it was
I didn't see no fucking unicorns.
Yeah, what happened to that unicorn, Esren? You kind of led us astray there.
Oh, those definitions. The world is a messy place.
World is a messy place.
Oh, it's fine, Esren. Everyone makes mistakes.
What?
I imagine
can I
there's
ask-
a Drake fight that we skipped.
You mean that?
Oh,
Wait, hold on, I'm not on the screen
So
yet.
cool.
So close.
Wait,
Oh,
where
that's
is
cool.
I'm off screen here.
We got
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So, would this have something to do with the crazy plants that were?
No,
yeah, what
that's
are the
not-
plans?
You also missed that one too. Yeah.
well,
But on the upside, level up. You would have leveled up from that one.
Oh, well. Good
So-
to know.
What did you think about? What did you think about Pathfinder 2 really quickly before everyone gets too tired and sleepy? Cranky,
Too late.
what do you think?
So you said me first.
Yeah. Your outro and
I-
what do you think of the game?
The three action economy is kind of you feel the need to use all three actions, but like I've noticed sometimes you just don't use all three actions. You got something, you just can't do something.
Yeah.
But it does add that little bit of luck on the final swing if you can hit it. So
Yeah.
I like it. I like the flow. Yeah, it's pretty much same notes as last time. I liked playing a fighter this time too. I got to do a lot of smashing damage.
That's always
I,
fun.
Yeah, this is my first time really playing a fighter, so woohoo.
And any outro you like to do?
No, like I said, I don't do much on social media, so but I hope to be, hope to play again sometime.
Fantastic. Caffee, what do you think?
I enjoyed it immensely. I thought this group was great, and I really like the system. To be perfectly honest, I've been getting a little burnt out on D&D, so playing this has been a nice refresher. I don't have any kind of outro, so I'll leave it to the next person.
Fantastic. Jeffrey.
I really enjoyed it a lot. I would say that I feel like they should actually choose a path for their cleric Because I know personally, I was confused with what to do. Because like there's two doctors. You got the war priest, which is frontline, and then you got the clergy, which is more of a caster. And this one kind of make you kind of question what to do sometimes.
It's like a mix between both.
Yeah, and it wasn't good. It's like, oh, let me attack. I think I had a +4 to my attack, so it was like, yeah, this is horrible. And it's same with the casting, but trial and error. I really enjoyed it personally. I played it before, and I really enjoyed just the 2E setup in general with it. Same with Pathfinder in general. So yeah,
Just remember the characters were meant for first edition, and they're just
yeah, that's what it felt like. Like they were like, oh,
they're not optimized for this, I don't think.
No, it's like when they put some certain things into it, it's like, yeah, let's use first edition and not even think about this. So I'm like, oh, so I think that's going to be a slight issue with people actually using the beginner box, because it's like, oh, cool, and then when they actually go into a game, they're like, what's this? What's that? Type of situation. So I think they just need to work on that a little bit.
Yeah, so legacy characters from the first edition. Riley?
I had tons of fun. The system is really great. I agree. It's hard convincing yourself to not use every action.
Yeah. I will say,
yeah,
when you get more feats and more abilities later on, you do get more actions
right.
that you can put in here and there. So, yeah, it does expand a little bit.
Yeah. But I mean, I had tons of fun. This game, the reading through that I did of Pathfinder, the wizard was pretty low on the list of classes that I wanted to play, but now that I played it, it's tons of fun. Managing the spells is like a lot of fun, like metagamey stuff for me that I can do. So yeah, I definitely look forward to playing more Pathfinder in the future. Hopefully it's with some of these guys, because I think I like all you guys. This group is a lot of fun.
So this arrived during the week. I didn't expect it to arrive until halfway through the year. I didn't even know it was released. It was like, I thought it was like pre-ordering. But this is the Troubles in Otari. This is the following adventures to this. I will say, yeah, you kind of did miss the actual cause of the fish going missing. And it does say, well, maybe in future adventures you come across where it is then. Maybe a bit older, maybe a bit bigger. But they grow very slowly. And they gain power slowly. So there was other things there. So we're going to be raiding Penny for a Tale. We're doing Pathfinder 2 as well at the moment. They're all made up. They're costumed up. Or like some of them are costumed up, look amazing. So we're going to be raiding them. Thank you everyone for coming in. I think we've got a credits roll. Loving Syrinscape, the button presses and everything. I like the narration is pretty cool. I missed quite a few. There's like so many different bits and pieces, like the I just saw it then, which was the Shattering Orb. So the orb that shatters.
Oh,
I missed that one.
Yeah, you did.
And there's other small things in there which that would be awesome. I didn't even notice. There's so many great options there. But it was so frustrated with the internet today. But thank you everybody. It's amazing. Check if you wanted to learn Pathfinder 2 as a GM. I would also recommend this from a GM's perspective. A lot of the stuff is, if your players want to do this, this is the result. It actually goes through most common things like detect magic. Well, this is what they detect. Or this, like, it really does cover a lot of things, and it's great. At least from the GM's perspective. So we're going to do this raid. Thank you everybody here. We'll probably talk offline about everything, maybe continuing something else, or continuing this adventure if I can get it up into Roll20. But anyway, thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Although the dangers under the Otari fishery proved to be too much for your young group of adventurers, word